Join.
I like the smiley face. Chat, I'll keep half an eye on you. Make sure you at the ESPN Esports account if there's anything wrong with production, and I can fix it on the fly. But other than that,
Beautiful.
away we go. I'll pause the music.
Yeah. So, in terms of this tournament, if people are thinking, this is scrappy, Lawler said we're allowed to be scrappy, all right? So take it up with the boss if you hate us. That's all I'm saying, all right?
I think we did
that's
pretty
okay.
well, to be fair. Tell you what, I can get rid of... There we go. I've got rid of the
And I
things
spoke
at
to one of the
bottom.
players about going to the pub, so I don't know how well I've done.
I've also kept chat open on my screen, so, you know,
Oh,
if it starts getting weird and sweary, I'll quickly turn it off. But for now,
Respect.
so far, so good.
We can trust him.
Yeah,
We'll be
there's
okay.
one thing I need to do, actually. I need to make the UI smaller. I'm going to do that in between
What am I
games.
doing?
Because the UI's a bit big.
I
at
got a
the
lot of
moment.
respect for that. Got a lot of respect. So we said we were going to be excited to see what Charlotte Phoenix can pull out, because Karma was, in my opinion, one of the strongest players on the pitch when they played, and Wonder Mike has got a really nice read of Karma's bip there into the center. I think, by the way, my prediction is going to be going towards Charlotte Phoenix. I'm excited for them to do well.
Wait a minute. I'm trying to change this.
Am I muted again? Have you done me?
No, you're not muted. I'm trying to... Right, I can't do it. Help me. Chat will help me. Scale the overlay
What's
card.
up?
Nothing, mate. It's changing Rocket League stuff. It's confusing. Look, this isn't my normal job, all right? I'm not the tech guy. I will. I'm going to do it, but for now...
You literally stream Rocket League for a living.
Yeah, but not with countdown time. Not in the, you know, best of 5 thing and all that. No pips. There's no pips in my job.
There's no pips in real Rocket League.
Yeah. Apparently it's the top option I had it. Okay, next goal, just after it, before kickoff, we'll do that. So that's something we can do
And you're going to nail it.
together. Here's Wonder Mike again. Oh, got a save from memory. Yes. So I'll keep an eye on this. So far, it's all Charlotte Phoenix. They're looking good.
Yeah, Charlotte Phoenix had a decent amount of pressure. And like I said, I think if Karma is confident, it's quite a cliche thing to say, right? Like, if one player's confident, they're going to do well. But Karma is one of those players that needs to know that she is doing well to then end up having the confidence to come through to her team. They've obviously got a few issues that they've had previously where they can't quite get over the finish line, and that does play on your mind. We've seen it with other teams as well. But the confidence, it seems to be working. It's already got 2 goals in just under 2 minutes.
Yeah, it broke my heart, to be honest, her tweets. Oh, what a touch from Shadow, and then Karma's there, ready for it. But the way she sort of tweeted about herself after that series was very, very harsh. Here we go, I got it. I've got it! I've done it!
Nice. Well done, man.
It looks so good now. That's a thing of
Well done,
beauty
man.
right there.
I'm proud of you, dude.
Thank you so much.
That's right.
Let's see then. Okay, so Karma's going to bip that forward. I've started saying bip because of you. It's unbelievable. We've got this word. There's nothing wrong with it, but I just know that every time I say it, it's exclusively because you've said bip, so now I say bip. You know?
Bipping it. I'm a little bip. Oh, he's bipped it. It's nice. I want that to be a quick command in the game. Bip. Ah, bipped it, lads.
Bip, bip, bip. I need to stop saying
Exactly.
bip. Okay. Karma's up. She's looking really confident so far. Very impressive what I've seen. I don't think E United have had this ball out of their half, by the way. They're now. That is the first time it has approached Charlotte Phoenix territory. I'm not going to keep it.
I do wonder how a coach gets integrated into a team as well, because you've got to learn a whole bunch of players again in the most stressful situation that they're going to be in. It's like being a divorce lawyer, right? Because you've got to figure out what the problems are. I guess a therapist more than a divorce lawyer.
Sure.
You've got to figure out what the problems are and then go from there and hope that then you nail it. Otherwise, then you go to a divorce lawyer, which also you probably specialize in. Imagine that, a therapist that's also a divorce lawyer. That's a TV show.
I think that would be, there'd be some sort of law against that because, you know, you'd be sort of going against yourself if you were to get them divorced still. I don't think it would.
Double dip.
Well, maybe. I'm sure there's laws against that sort of thing. But there aren't laws against coming in as a coach to a new team, which is, as you say, what Gregan has had to do. And it is tricky because you're basically walking into a burning building, right? The reason you've been picked up for the job isn't because the team are doing great. It's the exact opposite. You have to step in there,
or maybe
figure out what's up.
support. Like, you might not be there because the team's imploding or anything. You might literally just be there because we need another perspective. The players might not be able to agree on what the problem is, and we need that third party to come in and have that authority to be able to tell them. Hoxer with that really nice touch. Did Greg teach him that? Probably not.
Yeah, his Shadow got tackled by Hoxer, but that was beautiful. He sort of
Really
gave
good.
Karma a little high five on the way, and then just, you know, smashed the ball into our goal. So it's not as nice as it looked, really. But we do have a game on in this first one, and United do have a chance to take it. Hoxer's up. I'd say that the player that stood out the most so far to me is Karma. Other than that sort of little 50-50 win there from Hoxer, I'd say all sort of the other players are sort of like feeling each other out at the moment.
I mean, it's also a case that Charlotte Phoenix are going to need to think about the chemistry of the team, where at relatively short notice, you've had to get a new player in. And can Wonder Mike fit into the team? Obviously, we've said that it seems as if he is doing a very good job of that. And the team seem to be making it very comfortable because it's a team of lovely human beings. Karma and Jimmer, their coach manager, they are just fantastic people. So there's got to be that sense of security almost that, hey, look, I've got a friend in this team.
Oh, no. Why? You had 5 seconds left. Just stay back. Just chill.
That's okay.
It's going to be another OT-heavy series,
not
isn't it? No. I'd say that about every team, mate. If it's 5 seconds left and somebody gets done on the midline because they're pushing up too far forward, that is one of those moments that as any Rocket League fan, you think, yeah, I've done that. I've seen that one before, you know?
Yeah, just stay back a bit, I suppose. But as seems to be the trend between these two teams, we are into overtime. The first game and the first one of the day. Will it become a trend between these two teams? Because as I said, it's either Battle of the Titans or it's a slapping match.
I'd say so far it's somewhere in between. There's been some nice plays, a couple of nice finishes. The pass, the assist that we had on the first goal, I think it was Shadow who put it into the centre, and Karma was there ready for it. It was pretty beautiful. Oh, I thought he was going for a flip reset there.
I think maybe he attempted it, but Karma actually did not actually quite manage to get it. I thought she did. The Mike unfortunately got a missed touch. Can he get back in time as Hoxer goes for the double? It lands very dangerously. Wonder Mike able to get a decent clear. Gets a 50 as well. Sends it up to Karma. Ball is safe again for Charlotte Phoenix.
So you mentioned it yourself at the top of the show that the first OT these guys had in that play-in game lasted 10 minutes and 55 seconds. I'm gonna take a punt on 6:35 Hoxer.
We always do this in Discord during like the RLCS.
I love it. It's my favourite.
Like,
as soon as one person does, everyone just jumps on with theirs.
Yeah, I'm going to go 3 minutes. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Sorry. I know a lot. I can't predict these things. It's apparently 1 minute 4 memory.
You gave it a go, though, my friend, which is the important thing. So E United, after being behind, do take first game. And no problem, lads. Did you see the skill with which I gave E United? I bipped E United, their little pip. I bipped that pip. And it's looking nice.
Yep. It is looking nice. And I think E United, they started off that game. Going by the points, actually, if we're just looking very basically, every player on E United had more points than every player on Charlotte Phoenix. Is that because they were just in defense for a lot more? You see that there's a massive saves differential. But was it then a case of Charlotte Phoenix not being able to put the shots where they needed to? Because I thought they did very well at the start, but the defense, in all fairness, from E United was stellar.
It was. I'm sorry, though, but when on earth did Hoxer get 5 shots? Was it all from that 50-50 and it just counted as 4 and then he got one more dodge to make it 5? Because, you know, I didn't notice him being particularly sort of the man who was barreling on the door of Charlotte Phoenix. But I guess in the end, yeah, they did score the 3 goals. I've still got it in my mind that they were defending the entire time and couldn't get out of their half. But actually, they sort of got over that. But yeah, no, I think it was that, bear in mind that Memory and Ajax would have got the Saviour medal as well, which would have bumped up their scores. But I'm still pretty confident with my prediction that Charlotte... No, who did I say? Oh my goodness, oh my brain.
You went to United. You went to United.
I'm even more confident then. Perfect. I'm happy. Who did you go with?
I went Charlotte Phoenix, and I'm still believed because bear in mind this is a best of 5, right? So it's a little bit shorter than the best of 7 that they were going for in the promotion relegation tournament, which Charlotte Phoenix would have won in a reverse sweep. It was a best of 5. I think they've got a little bit of a streak in them. It's just now depends on are they able to mentally get over the fact that they were ahead in that first game.
Is that my lag or the server lag, by the way?
I think it was me and you, because I also had packet loss, which is interesting.
NA server. You have done an NA server, haven't you?
Of course I have, yeah.
Okay, good. It just hit me there.
Let me just press shift. Yes, US East. Thank God. Okay.
That would have been bad. But oh, sorry, guys, I have to restart.
Yeah, sorry, lads. Go to Charlotte Phoenix won the first one, probably. All right, let's continue.
Yeah, that swaps around. But no, all is well. There might be one or two of those because, but on the, I believe the casters, when they cast EU, because obviously normally they're in the RLCS studio in NA, I believe they have a special version or a special viewer or something that's a little bit different to fix that. I think I remember, because I think, pretty sure Season 1 was like super laggy. Well, it's just almost a mix-up in defense and a goal, but there wasn't. It's all good.
Yeah, that was introduced in like Season 2, I think. I think that everybody has that now, as far as I know.
Oh,
Like
okay.
it was, Season 2 was introduced because it was a laggy nightmare. Like the NA guys trying to cast the EU stuff, like it was just darting all over the shop.
Yeah.
But then they introduced it in Season 2, and I just presume that it was added generally because replays are normally pretty good otherwise.
Yeah, it looks flawless now, apart from that moment.
Yeah.
I've got a question for you.
What do you think? Go on, mate. I reckon I can answer it.
Have a look at EU United's cars. Have a look at their decals.
Okay.
What do you not see?
I'm annoyed.
Go on.
I've never liked that. They're
Go
not
on.
using the EU United decal
Now, what is up with
in
that?
the game. I don't know, because I've always been a little bit miffed when players do that. Sorry for my language, but I've always been somewhat peeved because there's been effort. Do you know what I mean? Like, gone into making that. Now, you may as well just use it. Charlotte Phoenix, they've got an excuse. They've not got one. And that's okay. But when you're at United, you've got a pretty cool looking decal in the game. I think it should be written into contracts, personally. If there's decal in the game, you have to use it unless you use a card that you can't use it with.
I agree completely. Yeah, it would be nice. I mean, I get it with, like, Dignitas playing for blue or whatever. That's when I understand it. But apart from that, inexcusable. This game is sort of... I feel like not much has happened yet.
Well, there has been a couple of close moments. There's been E United on their goal on a couple of very, very decent saves. Some confusion on the Charlotte Phoenix side where they don't know necessarily who's going to be going for the ball. Maybe a couple of missed calls coming out, but otherwise it's been pretty standard. However, that pass, very nice centre from Hoxer. Manages to get around just before he ends up getting demolished by Shadow, who came from his line to go for that. Gets the player, not the ball, and can just be relatively tapped in by Ajax.
Yeah, I was just about to comment on how comfortable Shadow is looking as that third man. I'm noticing back there quite a lot. And then genuinely, as I was about to say, at that precise moment, he dives in and E United get themselves yet another, not quite as free a goal as their equaliser towards the end of game one, but certainly one that they'll have to work harder for different goals this series. You can see there, like Ajax probably thought he had that, but it was a great block from Wonder Mike, who seems to be fitting in. He's not exactly popping off quite yet, but there's Shadow and Karma linking up again.
What happened on the E United goal line, though, is my question, because Karma got a nice hit here, didn't quite secure the double, and Memory maybe thought that she did, and so he then went to prepare for that double hit that would have gone towards the net or just above. It didn't end up coming out, and Shadow has read it well. He was basically the contingency plan. If Karma gets the hit, great, it's a good hit. If not, then he's able to just nip in there. And Shadow, again, being that man who's able to come in and clean up, doing actually a really nice job of getting behind it.
Great powerful hit from Wonder Mike as well. The speed, I think it surprised the goalkeeper. He thought he'd be able to get that, but just the power that he generated with that Dominus was more than would be usual from the angle that he hit it. So poor old Ajax on the goal line, left stranded. I'm going to say, I know it's a bit early, but I feel like this is a really important game for Charlotte Phoenix to win for this series. I always see them as quite a delicate team. I know that they beat E United in the Spring Series qualifiers, but you know, things went their way on that day. If they're to lose this game from here, after losing the first one with the 5 seconds, you know, overcommit, it's going to be really tough. I fear for them right now.
Well, it's now 2-2 after Hoxer gets that cheeky double tap off the ceiling, and Memory going for a stellar bump as well. One of the most interesting things that I'm seeing coming out of Rocket League at the moment that some people hate and some people love, both of us, I believe, are on Team Love for this, because demos and bumps are life. They are so good. I love watching them. I love doing them. I love the fact that they are so relevant in the meta, and I love that they annoy people.
Yeah, it's the perfect thing, you know, it is the perfect weapon in Rocket League. If you can demo somebody, and especially if you get a goal from it, not only do you have your goal, you know for a fact that you've probably annoyed them. And Charlotte Phoenix are realizing that now. Oh, beautiful fake from Shadow. He seems to be warming up slowly after that mistake for E United's first goal. But he's quite happy to sit in that third man position. There he is again. He's definitely the defensive backbone that I've seen from the three of them so far. He's called into attack here, is he? No, Hox is going to get it. Where's your money going on this one?
I mean, it's obviously going to be another overtime because these teams can't not play without it being an overtime. Never mind.
You idiots.
I thought Ajax... how have I made... Right, so both times you've asked me a question at the end of a game, I've looked like a silly Billy.
Oh, that's actually a great bump, to be fair.
That was a lovely bump, but I still feel silly, and I won't forgive you for that.
Nah, don't feel silly, mate, because Charlotte Phoenix got 31 seconds, and they are going to fix this now. Actually, no, wait, you've proven that the Caster's Curse is very much a real thing. Charlotte Phoenix have got no chance. They're done. No. They're out of here. No, 0-2. Series over.
Oh, we're not biased.
No, I just want a good game. I want another OT.
Can't believe you.
Wait, if it was the other way around, I'd be saying the same thing. Here you go. 10 seconds. This should be the end of the game. Yeah, memory's there.
Yeah.
Nice clean read. Happy days.
The thing is, so Charlotte Phoenix are starting strong every game, and then it's just a couple of things that just start to slip. So there it was the shadow touch, and Karma moved into an offensive position by turning towards the center of the pitch. That was a misread by Karma, but she was put in a very awkward situation by Shadow's weak, awkward hit into the middle. So she can't really be blamed there. I think it's then the Karma turn, like I said, that's then put herself into not a great position. Great save. And maybe this is where that strong backbone needs to come in, because to remind everybody, this is a single elimination format. Oh my gosh. How have they still managed to score another goal?
Bear in mind, that was from the goal line save that was at 0 seconds. And there's a bump into Hoxer from Ajax as well. If only that goal was the winner, that would have been potentially the goal of the tournament right there in the second game of E United versus Charlotte Phoenix. But even so, that was a wonderful goal. I'm trying to sort of see whether, in my mind, I think that Charlotte Phoenix are defending badly, or E United are attacking really well. I think that E United are being very patient. They know that Charlotte Phoenix will make mistakes, will let them in. So their main job at the moment is just not to overcommit, which is the mistake that Charlotte Phoenix made. As long as they're doing that, they're getting goals. Because apart from that last one, the 5th goal, which, let's say, Charlotte Phoenix weren't really sort of trying to defend at that point, it was 0 seconds. I don't think E United have had to work too hard for any of their goals. They've not been popping off, put it like that.
I think Charlotte Phoenix start really strong because they've got the mentality that when they go into a game, that they can win it. And then they get a couple of goals under their belt. And then I don't even think it's a case of they get deliberately sloppy. It's then becomes a case of they're worried that they're going to lose. And so they're worried that the United players are nearby. And so touches are rushed, like Shadow's touch. It's rushed. And there's double commits. Like, oh my God, we can't let them get too close to our goal. But actually, what they've been doing in the first 2.5 minutes of the game is sufficient. And it is necessary to keep their lead going. It's a case that they don't know how to react when they're ahead, even though they easily get themselves ahead. TRL doink, by the way.
Very nice indeed. Shadow's winning that. They definitely are capable of winning the ball in... in aggressive places, are Charlotte Phoenix, but as the series goes on, more and more, they're not able to do anything with it, which is why there's another double commit as well. They need to communicate more in defense, which we can forgive. Remember, Wonder Mike is pretty much brand new to this roster, only been there for a couple of weeks or so, and they have lost.
I mean, you said the journey they had, right? Like, that they did really well with Wonder Mike, ultimately, like, coming through the entire qualifier, where... Oh, good idea for the pinch. Where obviously they were... United are the invited team. They came through just because they were in the top... I don't know, were they invited? Yeah, they were invited, weren't they? Yeah, United were invited, yeah. And then Charlotte Phoenix obviously had to work their way here through the qualifiers. And because it's single elim, it was every team gets one chance. If you're out, you're out. Both teams in the finals end up making it. Charlotte Phoenix managed to get to Game 4 versus what I believe are now going... by Cloud 2.
Yeah, they've changed their name, which is much easier to remember.
Very happy about it. Instead of Dinged Dur. So they've had a very, very good run through to the point that they've come, obviously, into this tournament. They earned their spot here through the qualifier system, and that should be their first goal. And can they hold the lead is the real question, because they've not managed to prove that they can just yet.
Yeah, I think I could be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure they've taken the lead in each of these 3 games that we've had. So this is sort of par for the course.
I think they've gone 2-0 up in every game.
Wow. Yeah, but it's not standing for much, at least in the games that we've seen so far. So we'll see if they maybe don't push for that second goal this time. Just to, you know, they just want to be as defensively responsible as they can, because, as I said, they're sort of throwing goals away. Even now, you had Karma in the air and Wonder Mike up in the air as well. It won't come to anything this time, but just the pressure that it's putting on it is going to come to something, is it? No, not quite, but just United barreling on that door. Hox is just waiting for Shadow's touch. Do anything he wants with that ball.
I'm very happy that Shadow took a second just to do that. He took a sec to actually evaluate who was nearby and then put it to the corner. It wasn't the best hit ever, but you could see that the cogs did turn, and he didn't just sort of like get rid of it because he was worried that there'd be a player on the way.
Okay. Some more pressure for Charlotte Phoenix. Great double touch from Shadow. Karma is almost there, and just about. Okay, the 2-0-2-0-2-0 format continues. Great play from Shadow. And look at Karma. How did she generate that much angle from that touch? It's crazy.
By accident.
I see.
I think is the answer. Yeah. I think by absolute accident.
Oh, just quickly, Twitch chat points out that it's not 60 FPS. I can restart the stream after this series and fix that, so that's no issue. That's something I'll quickly be able to do, so fear not.
Oh, we can time Cole for that one.
What's that?
I'll actually tell you what. I'll ask. You know? I'll drop a big ask.
Alright, that's the thing to do.
See if we could, yeah.
I imagine it is, but yeah, fair play. Good idea. Here we go, United now. Starting to put that pressure back on. Now, with 2 minutes left, they've got a bit less time to come back than they normally do. Are they going to panic and overcommit? Because I still fancy that they do not need to. I think there are 2 relatively simple goals for United in this series, as long as they just keep doing the right rotation. You know, maybe show a bit of flair when it matters. We saw Hoxer earlier on, who, remember that sort of 10 seconds of horrific pressure they had? They'll get that again.
I mean, it's another 2-0 scoreline, and literally both games thus far have been thrown away from a 2-0 scoreline. So Charlotte Phoenix going to look to extend it to 3, get basically just their actual safety net, because I don't think they consider the 2 to be a safety net, and now it's being proven that they could be knocked down from that position yet again, as Memory sends it far. Hoxer gets on the tip and bips it top bit.
The bip. Bips it top bips.
Bips it top bips.
There it is. They need United back in at 1 minute and 25 seconds remaining. Do you trust Charlotte Phoenix here?
I think Charlotte Phoenix... Oh! I saved my answer there because you've done me twice with them. I think ideally, yes, they can, but history has proven me wrong multiple times. If I was a scientist, I would say we've already got 2 case studies. We have 2 data samples. Theoretically, they don't stay in the lead and win this game. They lose it in overtime. Sorry,
are you saying that you're a scientist because after 2 things, you're saying that that is sufficient data?
Well, I'd say that I'm not
man.
a scientist, so I wouldn't know how much data is enough.
I see. Okay, well, that's good. That's what we need to know. Here we go, Memory. Put it in the top corner. And once again, Charlotte Phoenix are just not able to hold. Let's see how it happened. Karma is scrambling back, but she turns, tries to read the finish. But it is a fantastic finish from Memory. That is quality, top corner, anything
top
less.
Draw, yeah.
And it would have been saved by Karma.
Predictable, right? And is this something that's going to be mentioned going forwards in the Charlotte Phoenix camp where they can't put it away after 2? Like, at this point, they still, realistically, they don't need to stress because that's where they have thrown away goals previously and the game has ended 5-2 because they've just started to panic and started to worry. Stay strong, stay firm. You got a 2-0 lead. Take it because you can.
Yeah, it's so much easier said than done, though. At this point, they are just begging, willing themselves to get the ball over the line somehow. They do not care how it's going to happen. I don't really know who they're going to be turning to at the moment to say who is going to be that clutch player. Because I'm not really seeing that from any of them on this performance so far. I'm seeing more of it from E United. There's Ajax, there's the win. It is 3 for E United. It's all too predictable, unfortunately. Well played to them, well played to E United. They did exactly what had to be done. The whole time, they just kept to their game plan. And you know they had the voice of their coach in their ear saying, no worry, boys, this is part of the plan. We are going to concede goals, we are going to go behind, but we know that we're going to get them back. That's all it is.
I think that when you consider the teams that are on the line here, where you've got it's now a 3-2, sorry, a 2-1 in series in favour of E United here as well. So maybe E United have that little bit more composure that seems to always be the downfall of RLCS teams, where they don't necessarily know the correct way to deal with pressure, and they don't necessarily understand what it is that they need to do in order to keep their minds in the game. And maybe that's something they need to learn on in order for them to reach the RLCS next time they have an opportunity to. It's definitely a problem for them at the moment. But we can't say that E United won that undeserved. That was a fantastic performance from them. Like you said, they did what needed to be done. They are now through to our into our quarterfinals. They're going to be facing off against Space Station Gaming, which is our next game we're going to be going into. We have got permission from the boss that we are able to restart the stream and make it 60 FPS.
Okay, cool. We'll do that after this is all said and done. The question is, do we go to the interview first? Do we have an interview ready from Arda, do you know? Or shall I do that now, and then we'll sort out the interview stuff after a quick break? We're trying to... Guys, we are sort of figuring this out as we go along very much, asking questions as we go, so we'll try and make it as seamless for you as possible. But yeah, that was just a gradual improvement from E United. The first couple of minutes, Charlotte Phoenix were all over them. And then as time went on, E United were just able to wrestle that control from them. And then once they had it, you could just, some series you can just feel what's coming. The one that I always think of is AS Monaco versus Barcelona in Season 9 during league play, when ASM were just like so close to getting their win finally, and Barcelona scored a 0-second goal. And you just think, yeah, I sort of saw that one coming, It was going to happen.
Yeah, it then just sort of starts to fall apart. Hopefully, we're going to see a lot more come out of Charlotte Phoenix. I think they played well. It's just about holding their nerve. Otherwise, should we head to a very quick break? Bear in mind, this is part of a squad stream, so you're able to have a look at Lawler's games. As of right now, Affinity are facing off versus Cloud 2. So keep an eye on that. Otherwise, if we're good to head to a break to restart, we'll be back in like 5 minutes or so.
Cool. Yeah, see you guys in a few minutes. Bye-bye.
My name's Arda. I'm with ESPN Esports. Happy to be joined right now by Ajax, who just, with E United, swept Charlotte 3-0, moving on in the tournament. And Ajax, you also scored the series-winning goal. Very impressive, right off the hop in overtime. Take us through that play. Like, did you see it? Did you think that's what you were gonna do, or was that something that just came to you in the moment?
That kickoff definitely just came in the moment, because normally my kickoff isn't very good. So once I hit the ball, I just saw it bounce right in front of me, and there was an open net, so I just shot it.
This was,
so it was pretty.
Yeah, no, it was really cool. This was a very interesting series because you guys trailed in every single game, and then you brought it back. Often it was a 2-0 scoreline, brought it back, either pushing it to overtime or winning outright before getting to overtime. What exactly? Was it more because you guys just needed, like a boxer often says, they just need a punch in the face in a prize fight in order to get into it, and you just needed a couple goals scored before you turned it on? Or was it more because Charlotte was able to, fire on all cylinders for the first half of the game and they just couldn't hold the lead? Like, what do you attribute those score lines to?
Well, the first game, when they were up 2-0, we just were not ready for the game, and then we started getting into the rhythm of things, and then we started having amnesia and just forgot about everything and just played like normal, like it was 0-0.
It was interesting that it happened every single game. Like, was it more? Did Charlotte do anything that surprised you in those goals? Were you at any point concerned in the series?
No, they weren't very surprising. Like, they played exactly how we thought we were. I mean, they were going to. And I mean, yeah, we were expecting exactly what they did.
Okay. Talk to me about you guys have a new coach, obviously, in Gregan. Like, talk to me about the integration. What are the initial conversations like? Like, how has it been so far?
Whenever we first picked up Gregan, which was in the middle of the season, we obviously weren't doing very well, and then he came in and like we weren't used to it yet, and what he was telling us, we also weren't used to, and then after about like a month of him coaching us, we really like engaged into what he was saying, and it worked out really well, and we ended up winning the promotion tournament.
What were the differences in coaching philosophies between Gregan and the previous coach?
Gregan was far more of a coach than who we had before. Like Fire never even had any. He never did anything in coaching wise, so it was like completely new.
And how would you assess the last period of time with Gregan as the coach? Are you guys very happy with him as the coach? Are you guys clicking very well?
Yeah, we've been clicking well. I would say like our prime with him was like right before and during the promotion tournament.
You guys have the winner of space, or you guys have Space Station Gaming next, I should say. Give us a preview of that matchup in this tournament.
Our scrims with them have been going pretty well, so I think we're gonna go in there confident, and I think it'll be a good game. I think it'll go to game 5.
Interesting. Well, this one definitely didn't go to game 5. United defeating Charlotte 3-0. Moving on in the Brawl Invitational. Ajax, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Cole and Stumpy, back to you.
Oh
We
my
good?
goodness. Yeah, good enough. There's a lot of Kanye West, more than perhaps anyone anticipated, but something was seen. Something happened.
Yeah. So no, that was good. That was
Did it work?
There are so many. How do production people do it? I'm not even clicking buttons, and I'm background stressed.
Mate, I feel like I'm sort of, I don't know, trying to code something in a bomb shelter, but it's all good. We've got there in the end.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'm happy about that.
I mean, right. I'm going to need to sort out some
Oh no.
lobbies, because now we're going to be looking at Space Station Gaming versus EU United. Cole, going into this game, what is it that we're expecting to see from Space Station?
All three of them just love to be as stylish as they can possibly be. They are going to present to us some beautiful goals. I dare say that we're going to see more wonder goals from this series than we in the first game than we did in the entirety of the last one, which is exciting. I think that Space Station on current form are going to take this. There's also something fun where, for literally no apparent reason, right, I added all the text in the bracket. That's disappeared. I don't know why.
You've got.
There's no reason
Tell you
why.
what, you've got a different image to use, mate.
What?
You have a different image to use.
What do you mean?
It's now one behind. Don't get me wrong, but I've reposted it in our production chat. All right, use that bad boy.
What on earth is going on?
What do you mean?
I had the text, right? I can see the text, yeah, and that's just gone. The text has just disappeared. I'm
sorry.
I've got an idea why. I've got it.
Go on,
I
son.
did it. It's there. We're good.
Good lad.
We are absolutely back. Okay, so right. So next
What
up
do you
is
mean?
Space Station Gaming against EU United. Yeah, and I think that my my prediction is very much going to be with EU United, as with Space Station here. I think Arsenal, AXB, and Typical, each of them have just got that much flair that EU United are going to be struggling to deal with them based on the EU United that we've just seen. The tactics that they had that worked so well against Charlotte Phoenix probably won't be as applicable here. I think Space Station, they've got the patience that Charlotte Phoenix were lacking. They've got the quality in the final third that they didn't quite show there. And I think this is going to be a fairly comfortable victory for Space Station Gaming. I predict a 3-1 victory.
3-1 victory to Space Station.
Yes.
I think Space Station are one of the stronger teams in this tournament. If I was going to predict the finals, I'd say it'd be NRG versus Space Station. Obviously, they had a very strong finish in RLCS League play, where they ended up finishing first and then came second in regionals. The Spring Series was a little bit weaker, where they ended up coming fourth. But they've got good heads on their shoulders. They have Chrome as their coach. They've got a load of the mentality that I think some of the other teams lack. And I always go on about mentality because I think you can honestly think your way through a lot of situations in Rocket League where if you do start to go down, you can be clever about how you then proceed. And a lot of teams might lack that. I think Space Station are a team that 100% do not lack that. The team has got a lot of synergy as well coming into this together. They've been together for quite a while now, coming up on 1 year. So I think it's going to be a great match where we're going to see a lot of synergy between both teams.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, these guys, I think Space Station Gaming especially, I mean, they only came up 2 or 3 seasons ago. They were the newcomers back then. And no one can say they are that now. You know, they've won NA at times. They've been in the conversation for the best teams in the world. I don't think they've ever really performed at the LAN stage as we've hoped they would. But, you know, all they're doing is just winning every game that they can in NA. And this is one that they'll be confident going into. Are our players ready to go in? I see you've put SSG on blue. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think I messed it up, didn't I?
A little bit, but I can change it. It's easier for me to change that than for you to change that.
Probably isn't, to be fair. I probably should just learn.
Honestly,
I'd rather not.
Yeah, sure.
Like, I'd obviously rather not learn, do you know what I mean? But if I have to, then I will. So, out of interest, Team 1 is blue?
The higher rated seed is orange, which is why
And
you
that's
get occasions where Dignitas are blue and Cloud9 are orange, which everybody hates, and I hate too.
I'm looking at the Wikipedia bracket. I don't know which way around it is. Honestly, mate, we're at 50-50. Will it work or will it won't? Honestly.
Sure. Will it won't? Good
Ultimately,
question.
There's no way for me to know. Where's our last player, lads?
Who are we waiting on?
Don't know. Somebody.
Memories in, Hoxton, Ajaxon, so all of you United. AXB Sipical, so it's Arsenal.
Arsenal. Where's Arsenal?
It is. I don't know where he is. Let's see what he's up
What's
to.
Arsenal doing?
Yeah. Do you reckon the Space Station Gaming would have been watching that last match between Charlotte Phoenix and E United and just going, oh, we have got this in the bag. This is exactly what we wanted to see from E United.
Potentially. I think that Space Station are... Sorry, AXB's giving us information. I said, where's our last player? He said, AXB said, he's on the toilet. Very nervous for the big Brawl tournament.
That's fair.
Cheers, AXB. Appreciate that, mate.
It might get to be casted by Lawler in the finals, you know?
Exactly. Oh, lucky them. I think that they were looking at that game and realistically knowing that they could do better than the Charlotte Phoenix did. I think that if there's a team that I'm confident are able to outpatience E United down to the wire, I think Space Station are one of those teams. Equally, I think they'll be able to outpace them when needed. But E United are not by any means out. I think that they've got a really, really strong chance of winning here. But will the odds be in their favour? I think it might turn to my prediction. I'll go 3-2 Space Station.
So you're expecting a bit of a banging series. I'd say that the main advantage that E United have coming into this is the fact that they have played that series just now. They're coming into this warm, whereas Space Station might take a game or two to load up. That could be a problem for them. It's not going to be easy for SSG by any means, but I mean, this is the team that was right at the top of NA last season versus the team that only survived back in the RLCS by 1 goal against the Charlotte Phoenix team that, let's be honest, we've not been very nice to today. I think justifiably, but a team that have struggled. So, yeah, I think chat will agree, potentially, that SSG are the favourites here, although I would ask chat to say S if they think the SSG are going to have this, or E if they think the E United are going to have this. But, yeah, I can't see how E United win this series from what I've seen so far today.
There's always a chance the Space Station don't come in hot, or as hot as we would like for them to. I think that Space Station might not be in a position where they've been as warmed up as the United are, because they obviously played the round of 10 previously. We have got a lot of players in. Arsenal, for some reason, is joined with a frowny face as his name.
Yeah, a little sad face.
Arsenal, I hate your name. Thanks. Anyway, join up and play.
Let's
Good
do
luck.
this. Are we good?
Wait. Hang on. Wait.
Why have you said wait? Why have you said wait?
did Arsenal left?
Why did he leave? Why did he leave? That is madness. I'm going to keep this on. The people can see this. This is how bad all pros are at things. Because of his name. Okay, I'll be back, I believe, before the game starts. Come on.
I did tell him off.
He's in. He's put an Arsenal before the sad face. Just like every Arsenal fan. And we are ready for game number 2. Goodness me. Here we go again. Let's do this.
Easy, it's no problem. So, Space Station versus E United. We are both on the side of Space Station here. Are they going to be able to perform to the level that we reckon they are able to?
Let's see how they start this off. I think they're going to try and punish E United from the beginning, rather than trying to ease their way into the series, because they'll know that, you know, a couple of good goals against them, and E United might not be the most confident after that first series, and there's one. 24 seconds in, and it's already Arsenal. It's aggression, isn't it, on the wall?
Yeah, look, Typical's dipped it over the top of Ajax, and then he doesn't even opt for the Doomsday Dish because he sees the Hox is there ready to save it, and just bumps him out the way instead, leaving it open for AXB to come in and just pop it in. So within 30 seconds, we've had aggression from both teams, but it's been more fortuitous for Space Station.
Do you know what? For all that talk of why players don't use their own decals, I honestly thought that was a yellow on yellow bump just there. And I was about to go, oh my god, they're all over each other, the teammates, what a terrible play this is. And then suddenly one demolished, and I was like, that's really bad team play if you're demoing your own team. So keep an eye on the box in the bottom left. That is our king here, rather than the colour of the cars.
I mean, Typical is also using an NRG decal. Good lad,
one
respect.
as well.
I like that. Yeah, he doesn't care about branding. Good fella. I appreciate that a lot.
It's SSG, they'd love it.
Very true.
It's
Honestly,
content.
SSG as an org are so fun.
They are. They got Sunless, of course they are.
Well, yeah, but despite that, they're still fun.
So far, only one goal for SSG. E United trying to build their way into it, but again, it's sort of the same as last series, where the first minute or so, the boys are pretty much camped in their own half, so they're going to have to show their patience again. It's a much better team this time. Typical down to Arsenal. That's 2. That's beautiful. There we go. That's what we wanted to see.
That's a 3-man play as well, because look, it's launched from the middle by AXB up to Typical on the backboard. The tap down over to Arsenal, who then gets it over the top of 2 players. I love those passes, where it's just bam, 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 and there's not even a touch from the other team.
The thing about Space Station Gaming is that they just make it look so simple. It looks like they've done that a million times before. That's like them on the training ground. You know, and you know what? The best sort of passing plays are the ones where in the replay you see 2 sort of disparaging dives from the opponents who get so near to touching that ball and just can't do it because the pass is inch perfect. Arsenal is going to try and get the 3rd one. Hox is desperately chasing after him, messing up his dodge. They look panicky, United. Space Station look like they're having fun with this. But one United goal could completely change that if they can force it. Here he is. Next, be moving up. Go on, son. He's waiting. Everything that E United are touching, Space Station just seem to be on the other end of it, waiting for them to hit the ball, and they'll just take it on the other side. Very comfortable so far. Let's see, XB's going down. Oh, a doink from Arsenal. Oh, almost a doink assist. If only Typical could have got that win. I'm sensing it. I'm sensing some absolute wonder goals here for Space Station game. But here you go. Here's a chance for Space Station. Ah, it's actually...
There's one.
There's your wonder goal. Yeah, that's exactly what we needed. A nice
You wonder
shot
how
and
it's
quick chat
gone
as
in.
well.
Oh, it was a good idea to pressure it. I think it was Hoxer who ended up taking the shot. It was a good idea for Hoxer to, seeing that the defender, Typical, was in an awkward position. What can he do just to throw him off even more? What would he hate to happen to him, basically? And he thought, I'd hate if a shot came in right now. Took that, wasn't on target, and because Typical was expecting a quick shot to be coming in, he had already pre-jumped for it. It was a clever play, ultimately, and then just some bad luck on the side of Typical, who has just been read like a book. And you left the party.
Yeah, I did. Wasn't having a good time. I was
Not
too
fancy it.
angry. I was too angry at Arsenal for making us wait and having
I'll
a
bring you
sad
back,
face. Ah, cheers. I'll join you after the game. I think my main question now is, are United going to be able to just get any pressure back? Because I think even that goal was against a run of play. But I would say that the ball just seems to be trending its way a little bit more towards the Space Station half now. Arsenal a little bit shaky on that clearance. So United would be happy with the last minute or so. Even without that goal, but with it, especially so.
I think the difference between Space Station and Space Station and Charlotte Phoenix as well is the ability for Space Station to absorb pressure is much greater than Charlotte Phoenix's ability to absorb pressure. Because if something starts to go wrong, Space Station have had it go wrong and succeeded 1,000 times before. However, if Charlotte Phoenix has something go wrong, then they've had it go wrong 1,000 times, and they've only been able to actually bring it back half of those. So I think it's the confidence that you see in the teams to take a step back and reorganize rather than continue panicking when a goal does come in, even if it is their own fault.
Yeah, well, I back Space Station to be able to see this one out now. Look at that perfect pinch. Just forces E United all the way back again. And actually almost gets a goal from it, but Hox is in the right place. 20 seconds. Do you back the E United boys to give themselves a chance in this first game of the series? It's looking a long way away at the moment, but that's not a great touch.
I think always a chance, right? Like, with a one goal,
special, yeah.
it's genuinely down to the wire. It's when it's like 10 seconds left and it's 2 goals. Like, realistically, probably not. Like, if we're going by the numbers, probably not going to happen. But Crown and Jewels did do it. They got 2 goals in 6 seconds, and that means that anybody is able to. Do you want to get back on my party while I remember?
I'll join you. Yeah, I'll join you through Rocket League as well, so I don't have to open up my messages.
Involved.
Hey.
Yeah. Oh, there he is.
Friend.
There's the fella. Yeah. How you doing? You all right?
Do you know if the backers mod auto save replay thing works, by the way? Because I've
no idea, mate. I'm just sort of backing. I'm just hoping that it does.
I hope so. I'm going to do it manually when I remember, at least. But hey, we're good. So yeah, Space Station Gaming, pretty much what we expected. They just seemed that little bit more mechanical than E United based on that. They were making plays that E United couldn't quite read. But maybe against a team like that, it takes a game to get used to that and start to be able to read it. Maybe next game, that same passing play wouldn't work because the 2 goalkeepers will be looking to the next man instead of assuming they'll be able to get the first hit.
Space Station, they're a clever team, right? They're going to see that something doesn't go wrong, and they've got lots of other things that they're going to be able to do. They're not a one-trick pony. They are aware that you're going to need to switch it up between 2, 3, 4 different tactics, and they are more than capable of doing that. Question is, are United capable of defending that? I don't know. It depends on what I suppose Space Station do bring to the table.
We'll see. Game number 2. Already Arsenal looking for Cypical. But it's very well by Ajax. That could be the difference we were talking about. Just those reads on the passing plays. But they're so good. Oh, this is beautiful. Space
Passing
Station
plays
are here.
better than freestyles.
True.
A proper, clean, filthy passing play is just an absolute wonder to behold. They're just so nice. It's like, God, you're just so in sync with each other.
Yeah, I've always been somebody about the team plays rather than the solo plays. My favourite sort of goal in Rocket League overall is one that isn't intentional from the beginning. It's where someone takes their first hit, they get bumped out the way, and somehow they turn it into something. So they do a flip just after being bumped, and then they carry on aerialing, and then get a double tap. You know, it's the improvisation.
That's why Justin's so impressive to me.
Yes.
Like, for the same reason, he's just so good at having something go wrong or just something different happening to what he expected and then dealing with it. It's really, really impressive to see.
Well, NRG are in this tournament. They are in the other side of the bracket. So if you want to see them, make sure you keep an eye on the squad stream because Lawler is streaming that side. We're streaming this side as well. So lots and lots to watch and enjoy here. We'll stick with this one for now. And Cypical on the backboard.
Having a good time.
Yeah, just chilling. Here he comes though.
What's going on?
Oh, attempted breezy flick. Why not?
I love the fact that it's just in the middle of a tournament, just like, and in game 2 of best of 5. Screw it. We can probably score something cool here. There's not an award for it, Arsenal, mate. There's not an award.
That would be a good award though, actually. Goal of the season.
What, in one game?
No, in like, you know, the RLCS and that. As well as MVP and most saves and most boost used or whatever they have, which are fairly arbitrary, really, you know, a lot of them. Goal of the season would be quality.
That would be good. Good point.
Yeah. I'll pitch it.
Cool. To who? Go on.
To the lads at Psionics. Oh, here we go. Okay. I, as a fan of Rocket League, feel that often... Oh, double demo. We love that. I, as a fan of Rocket League,
Sorry,
feel
Sarah,
that...
are you distracted during
No,
your pitch?
because I'm not. Sorry, no.
Psionics.
It's all good. Sorry, Psionics, Dave, sir.
That's okay.
There's another demo from XP there if you're wondering, Dave. I feel that often Wonder Goals deserve more than just one goal. Do you know what I mean? Because, like, you know, you can roll the ball in the net and it counts as one. You can score a triple flip reset, counts as one. What's the point? So why not give them, like, $500 for the best goal?
Yeah, make it 500 grand. I'm in.
Sold. See? I'm good. I think
Yeah, you are very
XP in
good.
those demos.
I think we're going to see something special come out, right? Like, they've got a lot of personality, the Space Station guys. We said that the org is very content creation-y, and they're going to want the players that are able to have a lot of fun when they're competing as well. Hopefully, we do see a cheeky little wonder goal bip its way out onto the pitch. What,
You're gonna get like a T-shirt of that word on, aren't you?
What, just bip? Bip and asterisks in. Designed by S Watercolor. That'd be nice. Just
Oh, that'd be nice.
that sounds so cute.
Yeah, it does. Anything designed by S Watercolor is cute.
Okay, very
As the
true.
Rocket League community well know, he's got his banner in the game, the sorry one, so on brand.
He's a very sorryful man.
Oh, these demos from AXB are making me so happy right now. He's just going for everyone. E United, as soon as they think they're actually going to get it out of their half, which is, again, the story of this game, AXB's like, nope, here's Typical joining the party. Go on, AXB, get him. Oh, I thought that Typical was an orange player because of his red car. I was like, he's in the AXB firing line. That's going to keep getting me. Yep. But no,
He's on the chopping block.
wasn't to be.
Was not.
What a touch. OT or no OT?
I think probably overtime, right? Statistically, overtime. I wonder how many goals are scored in the last 30 seconds of a match, like to make it not overtime.
It's a good question.
Decisive goals.
Yeah. No, I'm not sure. And how that compares to sort of goals at any other given moment, if there are
Yeah,
more. I
like-
imagine it is. I imagine
Yeah.
at 0 seconds, when the pressure's up and everything is stretched, that's where you see the most goals compared to any other second.
Do you want to know why?
But there's also the most 0
com-
second.
The 0 second is the longest second in the game.
Exactly.
Yeah. See,
Here we
that's
go.
one of
There it
those,
is.
fun things.
Ah.
That's one of those fun things where it's causation does not equal correlation.
Ah,
Because it's not that necessarily that there's more pressure ever at 0 seconds or whatever the argument would be. It's that actually it's just the longest second in the game.
okay. But two things
That's
happening.
an interesting statistical sort of fun journey we've had together.
You can't talk to me about interesting statistics when you said it happened twice, it's going to happen again. But now,
it.
yeah.
Screw it, mate. 21 seconds in. AXB, cheeky pinch off the side,
Oh,
but Hoxer
no.
and Ajax not trusting each other. It rolls bottom corner, and Space Station Gaming, they get their second game of the series. One more, and Space Station make it through, and they'll be going into our semi-finals. Now, the game we look at after this is going to be Rogue versus Susquehanna Lana Del Rey's over at the Sonic side of the things. Do we reckon that it's going to be Rogue coming through to face either of these teams, or do you think Sonic's going to come through?
I think that Rogue are going to take that one on current form. Susquehanna Sonics have been struggling of late. I mean, it seems that they are the sort of the epitome of a team that has been, to an extent, found out, it would seem. And Rogue are just on the crest of a wave at the moment. They are having a great time. I want to say as well that next game, at some point, we'll jump in and listen to, I think E United will be worth watching. See how they think they're getting on. Because we can do that. We have that power. So why don't we just cast
Just
ourselves...
to confirm,
Yeah.
how are we doing that? To pull the curtain away, we're just both joining a United muted. Is that correct?
Yes. That is correct. I think I'll have to shift tab for just a second, but it's worth it to hear him, I think.
People can deal with it.
Yeah.
Didn't save that replay, by the way.
Oh, it's alright. Backers mod did, probably.
Maybe. See what happens.
We told it to. Do we wait until E United potentially go behind? I feel like we should do it now, because if they go behind and then they suddenly hear ba-dum, ba-dum, that is a bit of a tilt.
Ah, very true. Tell you what, yeah, let's have a listen into the E United comms and see how much fun they are having. Are you ready?
Not yet.
Okay.
Where are they?
Tell you what, Cole, you don't need to. You stay in game, mate. I'll give you a drag. I'm an admin now.
Sort of do it.
There we are.
Oh, let's go. How do you have 9 points?
I don't know. How do they have 2 points? Huh?
I'm not hitting the ball. How do you have 9?
Whoa.
I'm cheating.
It's not always 2.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Back left.
I'm up here.
Yeah.
Trying to stay with it.
You know it. I avoid it.
It's 50. He's probably got it. One close.
I beat.
Good job, Arsenal. I took that right.
You.
I'll get it.
He's chasing.
I'll stay with it.
I'll be forward.
Might be over.
Not me.
I'm up.
Pump sip.
No, no.
I'm taking left mid. I full. Arsenal
Not
back.
me.
I'll get it.
Get back left.
He's
I
behind
don't want
you.
to get demoed. Yeah. Nice. Second.
To me.
Going back.
Okay, they're both there.
I'm pads. Going.
Me.
No one there.
Mid.
Ace be awkward.
Back.
Try.
I'd wait.
Behind you.
Just touching. That's all I can do.
Get back
XV.
right.
Took
That's
that.
it.
Can't.
You go
Sit
next.
staying with.
I'm leaving. Okay.
Touch. I'm pads back.
Yeah,
Move up on you, Jax.
I whiffed.
He's got it.
Behind you. I
Singles.
get it.
Yep. Nice.
Back left.
Nice. Only Arsenal
Can't. It's
around me.
kind of free hit. Oh, he's there.
Touch.
Behind you.
No.
Killed him.
I'm gonna
XP. I'm just taking the corner, not going. Bumped
Got
him.
it.
One up.
Open.
I give it to him.
I
Behind
can't.
you.
I can't. I'll go.
Took back right.
Mid right.
XP probably mid.
I can't.
He's up already. Fucked it. Nice. Nice shot.
Nice. Good job.
All right. Well, it seemed like they were pretty calm, right? Like they were speaking very, very efficiently. We kind of joined them where they were taking the mick out of something for only having 2 points. And even when they were pressured quite heavily on defense, they seemed to be really calm. They were saying that, okay, there's something wrong, and so we just call it. And they'd immediately be able to go. I'm very impressed with how clean, clear, and concise those comms were.
Yeah, I mean, you know, once you get to this level, you're expecting it to be that clear. They didn't sound too tilted, but I think as time goes on, they're going to be getting more and more so. This is single elimination, remember? So they're not exactly... There's no part of them that's thinking, okay, we'll just take it to the lower bracket. This is all or nothing. So we're going to have to see them be a bit more expansive over the next couple of minutes if they're to have any hope here. And he's got to win this. Yeah, this is so difficult. Oh, I saw Hoxer going into the goal at an awkward angle. And I was thinking if Space Station could have got that, then United would be in trouble. But they have managed to get, a lead in this game finally. Is this the foothold that they needed?
I mean, their second goal as well was from an overcommit by Space Station. So they've done what they did against Charlotte Phoenix, and now it's starting to work, where they're patient, they wait for an error, and then they take advantage of it. And again, is Ajax able to take advantage of that? No, but he did force a double commit out of Cypical and AXB. So that could start to be signs that there's a little bit of a few iffy issues in the Space Station camp, or it could just be a one-off.
There you go, Ajax. So E-United, I just want to see them stay nice and composed for the next minute and a half. Don't do anything silly. Even if they have to be more defensive than their instincts are telling them to be, even if it's a little bit sort of frustrating for them to turn down the thought of going forward, the drive to do it. That's exactly what they need. But I'm impressed with them in this third game. They needed it.
Can we confirm as well that it says 2
It does
pips on the
indeed.
stream?
Yes.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah, that's all
Yeah,
done.
last minute.
Oh!
Nice drop down.
well
But
read,
Memory held his ground so well there. They're obviously done by that at the start of the series. And they've realised exactly what they were going for. Memory stood firm, knew where it was coming, and just got the strong block. Good work there. But I love the imaginative play from Space Station to get into that position again.
35 more seconds for E-United to stay disciplined and hold on. But there's a lot of pressure at the moment for Space Station. This is good clears from Ajax. Solid. As soon as they get that one clearance, it just eats up 10 seconds, 15 seconds. Good challenges. That's what this game has come down to. Game of patience. Oh, no. Oh, Hoxer almost scored an own goal just to make it tough for them. Managed to avoid that, thankfully, and that should now be Game 3 going E United's way. Have you seen enough here to suggest that they have a reverse sweep in them? Third goal helps.
I think they could. Yeah, naturally. I know the 0-second one to add to the statistic. I think they've definitely got it in them. They started off somewhat weak. They were never a weak team in this series, but I think Space Station started to get quite confident, and Arsenal started to try and style on them a little bit. That has evidently lit a fire underneath E United, and they've realised that they actually can bring it to them more than they were previously. Just to update people also on what's happening over on Lawler's stream, Cloud2 ended up beating Affinity 3-0, and the Cloud2 are currently 2-0 up against NRG.
Wow.
They won the
is
second game
massive.
6-3.
What is up with NRG at the moment? They are. This is turning into more than a wobble. This is a fat old slump at this point, isn't it? For the entire team.
It is a little bit. I think it's becoming a bit of a drama where you sort of think, it's not really one-off. It's not one-off moment. It kind of becomes indicative of a time period.
Yeah.
But hey, I mean, we were saying that in at the start of the stream, Cloud2 right now they have no pressure on them. Either they win, or they lose, and they were never expected to win. Like they're doing a good job regardless.
But Torment coming in and doing well in a tournament, that'll do him the world of good long term. Bear in mind. So I'd say of the three of them, he is the individual that has the highest stakes in this, I feel, just for sort of future reference. But yeah,
that is... can't lose.
Yeah. This is why it's such an easy chance to sort of build himself some confidence, hopefully.
Yeah. But we are here with Space Station versus E United. That is now 2-1 to Space Station. Going into Game 4, first Game 4 that we're going to be having. And people in chat seem to be wanting the Space Station win. Are you still confident Space Station?
Yeah, I don't think that E United just have enough quality. That's an amazing save from Ajax. Doing his best to prove me wrong right here. But once again, Space Station come forward. They just seem like that any second they're going to cause this goal. But fair play to E United. They are defending doggedly right now. The thing is, normally in a state like this, you start to think, does the team that's got all the pressure start to get frustrated that these goal-scoring chances aren't going in, and these last-second saves, these wonder saves, are starting to fly out? I can't see Space Station getting frustrated at this point, which would be E United's biggest advantage if it were to happen. Maybe I'll do something from here, one-on-one. People should have it. And he does. Comfortable. This is going to be a chance, though. Ajax, and now it is Space Station's turn to make a wonder save of their own. It was Arsenal in goal there. Pushes itself forward. Winning that challenge. Only as far as Ajax, though. This is a much more even game.
That was nice decision-making from memory, where he had three things he could have done. He could have gone to the backboard and tried to get something like a bit of a wonder touchdown. He could have just flown up and got a touchdown, or he could have gone for a bump. I guess 4, because in the end, he ended up leaving and getting a clean rotation out. But I love that he was in a position where he could set himself up to go for multiple different options. And that, again, at the back from Space Station, they're open. That could bite them more than it has done thus far.
Here we go. The pass over to AXP. Does he get this read? Of course he does. I'll say it before he does. No, he doesn't. I've cursed him. I assumed. That's not as dumb as you did earlier, mate. It wasn't a goal. It's only a goal when the caster's curse is in full force.
That seems harsh that you called me dumb, but that's fine. On ESPN, I've now been called dumb.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. You're very
right, because you're dumb as well. That's right.
Oh, don't drag me down with you.
Sorry. I know you didn't deserve that.
Into the middle, memory. Go on. He's just getting touches. There's a lot of E United touches in the opposition half. I just want to see some nice goals. A nice big old series, you know? Don't think it's going to happen, though. If I'm being honest, hand on heart, I think that Space Station are overwhelmingly more likely to take this. But it's these little touches, you know? AXB got that. He beat the defender to it so easily. And it just completely took E United's rotation out the game. Suddenly, bang, 1-0 SSG, and E United are staring down the barrel now, really. Arsenal forward. Space Station, are you going to push on? Or are you going to sit back and defend for a little while? I think they're going to push on. One more goal surely just sinks E United here. Can't see him getting 2 in the next 2.5 minutes. They need to get this next goal, in my opinion. It's not that simple. That's a good touch from memory, though. XB's there, defending it well. Ooh, double commit from E United almost worked out in their favour. Things like double commits and misses and all the stuff that's bad can really work out in your favour. It was from that double commit. The pressure remained on. And E United are indeed back in it. They have that next goal.
What a cheeky touch over the top as well from Ajax and getting memory to allow him to force it for a 50 on the goal. A nice strong 50. I can also confirm NRG are out.
Wow.
They were swept by Cloud2, the team made up of Torment, Chicago, and Gimmick. That's huge. And that, I mean, now surely it's going to be Space Station joining them because they're looking somewhat rattled but still slightly stronger, I feel, than E United.
Well, E United have brought it back, though, and given themselves a chance. Space Station just starting to overcommit a little bit more than we've seen pretty much in this entire series. I feel... I'm going to disagree with you there, mate. I think that E United have them rattled. I'd still say, of course, yeah, Space Station are favourites, but as it goes right now, the pendulum is just starting to swing back into E United's favour. This is a clean shot from memory that we saved well by AXB. Oh, memory didn't know what to do there. Surely not an overcommit. No, not like this.
Oh.
Thank goodness for that. If Space Station are going to score and E United are going to concede, hopefully not from an overcommit in a pinch.
You'd hope. Going into the last minute, though, I'm still confident Space Station will take this. I think you're on the side of E United now. So I reckon in a game 5 we're gonna be chilling out in.
What if I had to put my money on where this game was going?
Yeah.
I'd say Space Station still will be able to shade sort of this situation. But E United have given themselves a foothold. Something to fight for at this point.
Definitely,
and make Space Station struggle. You can see that XB going for that. Earlier on in the series, he had 100 boost there. There, he was forced to go for it with, I think he had about 14 boost. It just wasn't enough to put any real pressure on E United, and they're starting to deal with their passing plays. They have read them better and better as the series has gone on, which is very impressive from E United.
Okay, just in front of the goal. I thought Ajax might be able to get another memory-style 50. Hoxer instead over to Ajax. I love that clear where he's thinking that he can actually get a nice touch instead. And a save off the goal line as well. Memory is going to be keeping the pressure on as Arsenal and Ajax both fly for that.
Here we go.
Over Memory.
Chance.
Can he get the double? That's another. It's low. And the bump from AXB on Hoxer, who was in prime position to score that, is vital to bring this game into overtime.
Let's see, if this goes into Game 5, I'd love to hear what Space Station Gaming have to say about it. So we'll definitely do that in the next game. And it's almost forced there. Hoxer with a chance. Ajax is looking into this one. Memory's just very patiently waiting in the mid. And in the end decides that it's not worth going for that next touch. Up comes Arsenal. Over to the backboard, but he can't do it. XB's all the way back, and E United are going to be able to break free here. But poor old Hoxer has 0 boost. The best he can do is roll that ball in the general direction of Hoxer. This could be game over. No, but again, well defended E United. They've impressed me so much of how they've fought back here.
They've done a really, really good job of it. Bear in mind as well that Space Station, if they win this, they're through into the semi-finals. They're going to be our first one on the lower side of the bracket. And it will mean that E United are out. And
they come.
Are you impressed, though, Cole, with what you've seen in this overtime from E United?
Yeah,
in this game, I suppose.
In this entire game, you're right. There have been large periods of this series where it's just been relentless SSG pressure. Honestly, to be honest, it reminded me of a higher-ranked team coming up against a lower-ranked team in ranked, where the higher-ranked team knows they're going to win it, and they're just going for silly passes, they're going for pre-jumps, they're looking for flip resets and all sorts. And United weren't able to deal with it. But they have shown, in this series, with the patience they showed against Charlotte Phoenix in the last one, that they're able to deal with differing situations that are put upon them. Because this is such a different prospect than they would have had in the last series. And they've learned. So yes, to answer your question, I've been very impressed. And now the question goes towards Space Station of are they able to deal with a new E United that seems to an extent, have their number. That's a great bump from Hoxer. Typical saw it coming.
XB is going to keep that remaining pressure on. Arsenal can get it lightly as Hoxer's called off by Ajax, who I thought would have more boost considering the fact he did end up calling him off. Sort of just like flew past with 10, but it still did the job. Also, anybody seeing the status indicators? Doesn't matter. Don't worry. We're EU. These games are NA. And Sipical is going to finish it without any lag on his plate whatsoever. He goes up for one, gets it to Arsenal off the ceiling. They're so hard to read as a defender. They are horrible to read. And Space Station takes the series 3-1.
Well played from Space Station. I said that I was impressed with how E United came back into the series, but Space Station forced them to come back into the series. I think they were
definitely
something of a cut above E United at times, but it'll be a good learning curve for E United there. They'll be pretty impressed with how they performed. But Space Station are first semi-finalists, and I think, would you say they are valid semi-finalists?
Yes, I thought Space Station were going to be the stronger team coming into this series, but E United gave them more of a fight than I was anticipating. Obviously, they 3-0 Charlotte Phoenix. Close games for all of them. A couple of goals scored in 0 seconds, of course. And I think it's very interesting that E United seem to be a much stronger team than I anticipated coming into it. Space Station are one of the best teams in North America. And I thought they'd be facing off against NRG in our finals, but instead it's looking like it might be Cloud 2. It still could be Cloud 2, Envy, or Pittsburgh Knights. But the next game we're going to be looking forward to is Rogue versus Sonics. We're currently trying to figure out an interview with the Space Station Gaming coach, Mr. Chrome, Mr. Beautiful Man Chrome himself. Just waiting on that to come through. But Cole, do you think that it's going to be Rogue or Sonics joining Space Station?
I think that, as I said earlier, I think it's going to be Rogue that are joining Space Station Gaming. I was so impressed with Churinchuro's debut for them in the spring series, going all the way to 3rd place before NRG beat them. They just ran out of puff there. But to be honest, I was impressed with them even in their first game against G2, which they lost 3-0. But every single one of those games, maybe not the first one, but at least 2 of them, G2 had to absolutely come in clutch to beat them. And Rogue just play in the style of Rocket League that it reminds me a lot of an RLRS team coming up to the RLCS. They blitz their way through into the upper league, and then just they do not care about defense. I have a horrible feeling that as time goes on, teams are going to realize that they can defend their way to victory against the Rogue that we saw recently.
Yeah.
But while it lasts, it's going to be so much fun to watch. And I can't wait to see it in action again.
All right, well, we have got our interview sorted. We're going to be joining Chrome, chatting to ESPN's Arda, and see what Chrome has to say.
Very much, boys, here with Chrome, Space Station Gaming getting the 3-1 series victory. They advance in the Brawl. Chrome, the first question chat was asking here, so I have to ask you as well. What took AXB so long to get ready for this game?
Oh, AXB. Oh, that was Arsenal. I don't know. I don't think he said anything, but it's just a joke where he gets like really nervous. So he just used the bathroom. So AXB wanted to crack a joke in chat.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Is this what you expected from E United? I know that Cole and Stumpy were basically saying that this was going to be a convincing win for Space Station. They did take one game from you, but was this the E United you were expecting?
It's hard to say because with new rosters, there's always like a honeymoon phase, so we don't really know what to expect of this team. They're relatively new before they were really defensive, and it seems like that they're that way as well. It's a lot to pick up with a new team, and honestly, yeah, we were expecting to win, but it could have gone either way, in my opinion.
Talk to me. I love looking at the coaching aspect of things. You've joined this team relatively recently. It's been a few months now, and you've had a few games and a few series under your belt. Like, how has the evolution of this team unfolded from your point of view?
I just feel like we're a lot more cohesive, and we all want the same goals in mind. Like, so it's just a lot easier to work with newer players and guide them and show them the ropes. Because when I coached NRG, it was more so like I was just fitting in and helping them along the way. But with this team, I'm guiding them, and it's just like we're getting better and better, and the progression is showing.
From your point of view, obviously a great regular season, not so much success in the spring series. What do you take away from all that?
With us, we got really caught in the off season. We took a week break, and then we just couldn't get back in form in time. And it showed when we competed in the Astro tournament and in the spring series. We still got a lot of things to work on. We're getting back in the groove of things, and we're going to try to do our best today and hopefully come out with a W.
Well, and there could be a rematch from the spring series. Of course, you played Rogue there, went to a game 5 in overtime, and that's how you were eliminated from the spring series. But you could face them in the next round. They face the Sonics here on ESPN Esports stream next. What are you expecting from that series, and how much do you and your team want to face Rogue in this tournament, if that is to happen?
I'm expecting Rogue to come out and win pretty easily. They got new blood on the team and new sort of motivation to want to get better as a team because they didn't have the greatest showings these previous RLCS seasons. So yeah, we definitely do want a revenge. Like I felt like we didn't play our best in the spring series, and we want to come back and get our W back.
All right. Well, Chrome, thank you very much for your time. Colin Stumpy, the caster's curse is not alive based on how you called the last series, at least for now. Back to you.
We are ready to go into our penultimate game on this stream, I believe, which is exciting. It's going to be Rogue versus Susquehanna Sonics.
Oui, bonsoir.
You excited, mate?
It'll be good, isn't it? Yeah, we're right. be a good game of Rocket League, to be honest.
I think it will.
Yeah, we both back Rogue here, I think, to win.
You do as well, do you?
Yeah, interesting to see what chat think, because, yeah, Rogue are the team that are on the up. Sonics had a little bit of a mare at the moment. Spring Series didn't qualify for. Started to throw it away a little bit at the end of last season of the RLCS. Are they able to keep the mentality up? Unsure. It's going to be a bit of a proving ground for both teams here because obviously Rogue have picked up a new player in Chirinchiro from Charlotte Phoenix, who is, firstly, great name to say, brilliant name.
Especially when you say it right.
What is it meant to be?
Chirinchiro.
That's what I said. Chirinchiro.
You're going to make him hate you, mate.
No, genuinely, am I not saying it the same way?
No, Chirinchiro.
Chirinchiro.
Stop it. Chirinchiro.
No!
Chirinchiro. It's not da-da-da-da. It's da-da-da-da.
Chirinchiro.
You're closer.
Chirinchiro.
That's best so far, yeah. That is the nearest that we've had.
If that's right, I want to be wrong, because Chirinchiro is so much better.
I'm not going to disagree, man.
Chirinchiro. I'm into that, mate.
Look, I'm not here to disagree with you. I agree that Chirinchiro is a much better pronunciation than Chirinchiro. But, you know, I thought that Retals was Retals, or Retals, when I first saw him.
You can't say that on stream.
Shush, Retals. I thought that, there's another one. Dapper
I always called Ronicky Ronicky.
You did, yeah, that was a bad one.
Yeah, not great.
Pete, that took you a long time to go. Yeah, I'm sure you did it with pride for months after. Do you know what I mean? The whole.
I think it was more that I couldn't get myself out of the habit of it, so disguise it.
Fair. Noli instead of Nolly.
But that's silly because it's like roly poly. It's not a rolly poly.
Not at all. But yeah, so that's my least favourite one, Nolly. Ugh, terrible.
Yeah. All right, so let me just make sure that the players are ready to join in again.
Okay.
Oh my god, as I say that, they just get straight in the match. They are legends of the scene.
They're led by Kronovi, mate. Kronovi's been in the scene since like...
Literally the other team.
Oh.
And it's are in, yes.
Led by Shock. Shock's I saw the interview of him on the RLCS. He is a polite young man. He just sounds like he is lovely. He's the sort of person that you would want to like go gardening with. Like if you want to go to the gardening centre because, you know, your girlfriend or you sort of wants to sort of plant some shrubs. You're like, oh, Shock, do you fancy going to garden centre with me? And Shock will be like, yeah, why not? I'll do that.
But I reckon he'd look out for opportunities to lift multiple chairs at once.
Just to show that he can.
Just to show that he can. He's like, oh, do you need that chair moving? And they're like, no, it's good. It's in a display. It's like, I can move it if you want. It's like, honestly, mate, I'm good. And he goes, oh, apple tree. That's in the way. Not really. We did place it there. That is deliberate. And he's just uprooting an oak. And it's like, Christ, Shock, can you stop?
Yeah, like we actually pay a man to move chairs for us. We pay him quite a good wage. He's on 30k. We don't know how he's ended up receiving so much money. And actually, Shock, with the build you've got, I reckon you could move more chairs than him. Unfortunately, you know, it's just not going to happen. So get out of this establishment. You are not wanted here. And he
goes home. And he sees on the front page of Steam a little old game called Rocket League. And that's his origin story. Yeah.
No. He vows. He says, one day I'll be on 30k. I back him.
Moving chairs at the garden centre.
Tell me I'm wrong, though, that you go to a garden centre with Shock.
I now want that to be a series.
There you go.
Let's just go to places with Shock. Oh, let's go to a theme park. And he were there on the dodgems, and he just plows through us, and we get concussions. It's all in good fun.
I'm very up for it. Okay, so we are waiting for Rogue to join. I can't believe that I complimented Kronovi at the top of this.
Silly you.
So, Stumpy, why is it that we're so in love with Rogue, then, with this new Churro character?
Churro is... what? He is a very, very fun player to watch. I've enjoyed seeing that he is... as mechanical as he is, without taking all of the limelight, as it were, away from Rogue. I think that's the most important part of the team, that he basically makes First Killer feel more confident, where First Killer wasn't confident with Wonder, rather, because we watched, I don't know much about First Killer this season of RLCS, and we think it was pretty average. He was fine. He did a job. Neither of us saw the vision that he had in the game and the role that he was meant to play that everybody else seemed to have seen. And I think that's all down to the third that they ended up having. Churro fills in the role that makes him feel so much more comfortable that when he goes up for something, he knows he has a solid third behind him, but he also knows there's almost a conveyor belt of attack that's going to be continuing. It's very, very strong, very, very synergistic, and we're only like 3 weeks in to their stint together, which is really exciting.
Yeah, I feel like Kronovi last season was a bit of an unsung hero. He, to me, was Rogue's MVP more often than not. You know, he was trying to deal with First Killer, probably being a, toxic boy, going, "Oh, aren't we winning yet, Kronovi?" And it's like, look, just be calm, and we will win. And eventually, they did. But no, seriously, he had an absolutely stellar season. I think in attack as well, he was probably their best player most weeks, I would say. He was popping off with some clutch moments. And my worry was that when Churro joined them, he would then sort of see it as the right thing to do to fall back to become that third man, which is what Kronovi has done over the past few seasons as he started to no longer be the mechanical wizard that he once was. But actually, it's pushed him further forward even more. Kronovi in the Spring Series, as well as the other two, were just playing with just a fire within them. They were not afraid of losing at all. They were putting every single team to the table. And if they do manage to beat Sonic, and meet Space Station, it'll be a rematch of their Spring Series game. I believe it was the quarterfinals, where Rogue just dominated them non-stop in, I think it was the Game 5 OT, the one that went like 5 minutes non-stop of Space Station defending, and then First Killer scored that genuine wonder goal. A repeat of that would be beautiful, and I think that they'll be looking to do the same sort of barrage of offense to Sonics. But are Sonics going to be able to hold them off, is the question.
We'll be able to see very shortly. I was literally about to press enter on my message, and then First Killer said, "Be right back." So we just have to wait just for a second. First Killer back, and then we can get into this game. The thing that I've spotted from Sonics is that they do play a clean play style. They're not going out their way to be particularly disruptive and crazy and really, really try and break down a team in the physical sense. Rather, they'll try and just simply outplay them, do the standard moves, and do them better. That means that they're very easily done over by a team that can play chaotic, get the bumps, get the demos, and send everybody out of whack, and then deal with that chaos a little bit better. So, is Rogue that team? We will find out, because now we can see Rogue versus Susquehanna Sonic.
Let's do this.
There we go.
I'm excited for this one. This is a sort of a battle of two different styles, as you said yourself, Stampy. A team that are going to be barreling at the oranges, and then the orange team themselves are going to be trying to soak up as much of that pressure as possible. Get the ball to Shock, the RLCS NA League Play MVP. If they can get it to him, if he can find that form again, he's already been forced into a save. But Kronovi's there, man. Kronovi, he is beyond back. He is just quality.
He is fantastic. That save from Shock was a decent pinch out. Basically the only thing he could do. And Kronovi either identified that early or just realized that if he was there, either he gets it or he can rotate out. So great position from Kronovi. Does get them their first goal. And I'd recommend that everybody keep an eye out on the team plays between Churro and First Killer. Because it's going to be a mechanical masterclass.
Yeah, they've already formed a beautiful combo, and already, oh, look at that. There's 2 players that could have scored that. I mean, does that count as the passing play that you were talking about?
I think it could technically, but I don't want to give them it. Less a mechanical masterclass, more a first killer being a greedy little git and just taking the goal for himself.
That's the exact start that Rogue wanted, keeping forward that momentum. They are yet to experience what NRG are experiencing on the other side of the bracket, who are now out. That blip. Rogue are very much in the honeymoon period, and the longer that can last, the happier they'll be. But let's not forget that Shock are not a bad team by any means. They did finish 3rd, I believe, in RLCS League play. They started to struggle then. You know, they are a team that some would say have been found out. But now it's on them to prove that's not the case. And a beautiful pass. That is just perfect. 1-2, bang.
That's lovely. Coming out of defense as well. Sathu over to Dap, who does give it a quick turnaround as well. And Sathu bips it top bins.
Bips. Bip counter.
Bip.
Yeah, that's a
Cheeky
cheeky bip. Very cheeky. I like it. We've got a game on our hands, mate. This feels faster than... Probably, as far as both teams go, most of what we've seen so far today... this seems faster than most of what we have seen so far today already, based just on the first minute and 10 seconds. That is a beautiful finish as well.
Chirinchiro gets it round from the other side. He had to sort of open the door for it with his car almost, where he has to flip down to then not let it hit him too early, and then air roll back up so then it hits him at the perfect time. He's such an exciting player to witness on the pitch, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He sort of burst into the scene in the way that I think due to the hype you and I expected First Killer to be able to do last season, which maybe wasn't fair, bearing in mind that he may not have been completely comfortable with Wonder on the roster. And he is, of course, in his first season of the RCS. He's a young lad, etc., etc. But there was a lot of hype as he came into it. And I don't think it was quite established in the RLCS. But in these off-season tournaments, First Killer is looking like the player we expected him to be. And Chirinchiro is every bit living up to the billing. Look at that. He's almost caused another goal for Kronovi. He has in the end for First Killer. This is the barrage that we expected. And I'm loving it.
No, that's exactly what you want. That's the kind of goal that I know that you love. You said about earlier, where Chirinchiro gets bumped in the midfield, doesn't then back flip out, they go for a half flip, get the boost and leave. He continues boosting to get the bump. It immediately switches his mind to a completely different play.
Oh no. Individual errors starting to fly in now as well from Shock. This could become, at least this game, could become fairly embarrassing. So not from Shock, from Dapper. This game could become very tricky for them because this is, even going into this series, a wounded team. There's no other way to put it. If you have a look at Shock's end of the RLCS season, I think they were clean swept in 3 of the 4 games. I'm not sure of the exact stats at the top of my head, but teams were just all over them. And there's double commits flying in now. And they're going to start to look a little bit desperate. They need a goal and quick. This game is probably out of their reach, even with 2.5 minutes left. What they have to do, though, is build some momentum going into Game 2.
I was hoping that was going to pay off as well. It doesn't even open goal at the back, though, but they can't quite be taken advantage of by SQ at all.
I'll tell you what, Stumpy. You go first.
I was going to say, I wonder if we should hop into their comms during a match that's got this much disparity to it.
Do you know what I was going to say?
Or if we go for a little bit of a closer one.
Do you know what I was going to say? Can we hop into their comms? Right. I want to see how Rogue are dealing with this.
Yeah.
Are they still having fun?
Yeah, that's it.
That's something you can do, isn't it? I haven't got to press anything there.
Yeah, I'll get a drag, mate. Don't worry. Let me just find them. Where are they at? Where are these boys chilling? All right, I found them. All right, I'll drag you in there, mate. I'm gonna have to give you a cheeky little mute as well. So I'll see you in the Rogue comms. Oh, sorry, Discord's so bad at dragging. I'm sorry this is taking longer than it should. Hang on. Discord! Hang on. Cole, hang on. I've server muted you. I'm so sorry. Here we go.
Oh, thank you for saving mid boost.
Mom.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Over him. You got it, you got it.
Nice,
You're double committing. Oh my god. It's okay, it happens.
Rotate.
Alright, I'm rotating.
First stop reverse rotating.
Okay, fuck.
You're reverse rotating again, dude.
I got it.
I'm back.
Hot shot.
Here to you.
Banger. Oh, middle.
First. Please.
Middle. Shot.
Team.
No, he actually
way
touches
you didn't
that.
score that.
Dang
No
it.
way.
Dude, he was pre-jumping hard.
Shotgun.
Yeah, mid views. Go.
Yeah, I'll turn for it.
Left, 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 left. Oh shit. You got. You good?
Upper. On 0. Help. Team.
0 now. Dapper. He back.
I'm behind.
Pumping him.
Team.
Oh wait.
Pumping
Team.
him.
Nice.
Oh, God.
Over him.
Team.
I got it. I got it. Okay, you got it. I guess. Like you're just showing.
Oh,
I mean, I guess you don't score that. Like it's
crap.
literally open and
dang
open
it.
that. Bump him.
He's
Oh,
up.
He can't hit the ball. He can't
Okay,
hit the ball.
yeah.
Alright, not in. You got
He didn't hit it.
to me.
I'm out of boost, guys. I'm trying to get him.
Crow. Good challenge. First, go up. Nice, dude. Good job first. I'm proud of you. Popping off.
Thanks for being proud.
I got it.
I'm back right.
I'm cheating.
Gonna win.
Okay, win it. Win it for the Blues.
Nice.
It's just Sathi, just Sathi. Yeah, I'm gonna let him hit over me.
I'm not. Behind
Move.
you.
You're trolling.
First.
I dusted him.
I'm right.
You
Low
got?
boost. Team.
Go again, go again. Shoot.
Team.
I couldn't bump him.
I'll
Team.
go. Oh, he hit it to you. Shot.
Team.
You guys are trolling. You guys are both trolling.
Done.
Okay.
Nice.
Alright.
They were having so much fun
They were.
during that game. Right at the end, it was just, as far as I know, I don't know Perskers or Churro's voice compared to Kronobi's, but I think it was Churro who was saying, team, come on. And they're like 5-1 up, and like First was saying, well, I guess you don't score those then. And like just having a genuinely really good time of it.
Team? I want to know, Stumpy, what is reverse rotating? Did he mean bullside rotation?
I don't know. I heard that and I was like,
That's the only thing I can think. Nothing else makes
Maybe.
sense.
Is that like the American term for it? Because I've only ever heard it as bullside rotation.
Yeah. It could also be where you sort of, like, instead of rotating out, you just reverse. So you stay in the middle awkwardly as the ball hopefully lands on your roof, but actually you're adding nothing because you can't get up. You've got no momentum.
Like
left
lingering.
anymore. Yeah, exactly, yeah. It could be the equivalent of that. Maybe he meant team, or maybe he meant chasing, says chat. Perhaps.
Maybe.
It's a mystery, we can ask after.
Yeah. I mean, that's game one where Rogue win it very comfortably against SQ. Where they were having fun in their comms, and I think that's something that is often looked under by teams to be like, okay, guys, we're in a match, let's keep it serious. Well, it can help some teams, obviously, but other sides, you do need to have that fun where you realise we did really well there, and it keeps you confident knowing that at 3-1 you were still messing around.
Yeah, well, in game 2, they haven't taken the lead just yet in 40 seconds. I wonder the horrible things they're saying to each other at this point. If they do go a goal behind... Go on.
They really threw me off when they started coming during a replay.
What was up with that? I thought there was some sort of weird NA lag going on.
Yeah.
Mate, I'm going to be
really got
honest.
me.
I thought, what fresh new hell of a tech issue have I somehow discovered now? That was my first thought. So cheers, Rogue. You've blown my mind.
It was really weird. I just heard it and I was like, oh, that's annoying. That's just sort of there, I guess.
Yeah.
Tell you what, as a start, shall we see if SQ are having as much fun with it as Rogue were? Should we give them a listen?
Let's find out.
All right, let's go have a look.
Good.
Random. Yep. Behind both.
I'll follow.
Yep, over.
Yep. Follow.
You got it.
Okay.
Behind you.
Dang.
Take your time. Good. Go one more. He's up.
He's got.
Yep.
Bad touch.
I'm up.
Straight
Yep.
up.
Yeah.
Can you? Good. Going
Go
well.
in.
And follow. He's up.
Get up.
You.
I'll get it. Across.
You dribble ahead of time.
You up.
Yeah, I don't know if you're there.
I got it.
Touch.
Keep going.
Yeah, stay on. One on.
Yeah, I'll go.
Yep.
Yep.
No one up.
Taking the corner. Good.
I'm on 0.
I'm up.
Behind you.
Push forward. I'll go again.
Strong.
Running through.
I have.
Yeah, I'm behind you.
Fun first killer out.
I can go. Oh, I'm disconnected.
Yeah, I think the server's dead.
which is
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, Shock just hit the ball, though. That's more than he did in
what
the
a
first game.
I guess. Hang on. Right. You fill time, pal.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so, yeah, I saw people in chat saying that this was, not quite as fun as watching Rogue was, which is to be expected. When you've just lost 6-1 and you've also been swept about 1,000,000 times in a row, then you're not going to have much fun. A few people are saying servers in general. Hopefully the servers are okay, and it is just that one which is being a little bit dodgy. But that remains to be seen. But I'm so happy that Rogue have continued in the same vein as their Spring Series introduction into the world. That was pretty much everything I've been sort of saying about them as I'm hyping them up. But SQ, it's really, really tough for them at this point because they'll be starting to feel that what happened to them towards the end of the RLCS season was no mere blip. At some point, you start thinking, is this just as good or as bad as we are now? Are people that aware of how to beat us? Because Rogue, the way they play, there is theoretically a way to beat them, and that's what you see quite often when an RLRS team comes. I'm not saying Rogue are an RLRS team, but that playstyle, that ultra-aggressive playstyle, you'll see them come up against an RLCS team. And the first game, somehow the rival series team blow them away. And you're like, wow, we're definitely going to see a massive upset here. And then games 2, 3, and 4, the RLCS team just figure it out, keep them at arm's length, and end up just scoring some pretty simple goals when they overcommit. But there was no sign of that happening there.
An update for this match. Both teams have agreed they're just going to start it from 5 minutes. No need to wait. Nobody scored.
Makes sense.
So just full restart. So we're going at the top of game 2. I'll just make sure that everybody's in. Yeah, they are. Join up, boys.
You ready?
Cheers. Yeah, we're good. Cool. Yeah, so full restart. Game 2. Fresh as a daisy. As a freshly picked tomato. Are you the kind of person that can just eat a tomato? Like, just sort of cherry one?
I'll tell you what I think about tomatoes, mate. The flavour of tomatoes. They make me think of, when you have, like, Ribena or squash. I don't know what it's called in the US. Is it still squash in the US?
I don't know. Probably not. It's probably like...
not. They're probably laughing at me going, what squash?
What's a squash?
Anyway, sort of like the drink that you put into water to dilute it, right? And then when you drink it, and then you put water in it in the same glass without cleaning it, and when you drink that, it's got that sort of weird aftertaste.
Memories of Ribena.
Exactly. Good band name as well.
Yeah.
I feel like a tomato, when you bite into one of those, that tastes like a memory of what a tomato should taste like. There's not enough tomato taste in a tomato, is my beef with tomatoes. Cronovi scored.
Cool. Cheers, Cronovi. Appreciate it. Right on cue as well after our squash chat.
I was enjoying our conversation. I was enjoying that.
Chat is saying, bruh, we know what a squash is. It's just a vegetable. That's not what we're on about. But it's fine. Right. 4 minutes 23. Rogue go ahead. So they're probably happy with the restart. Both teams agree to it though, so it's all happy. It's all happy days. Rogue, remember, are 1 game ahead in this series as well. In this best of 5. All of them are on the stream going to be best of 5. And they're playing for the position to be meeting Space Station Gaming in the semi-finals.
Oh, here we go. Goal for SQ. They have equalised with, to be fair, the best goal they've scored all day. That was, I know, you got to take it. Do you know what I mean? Anything that gets you back into the game at this point, you're a minute in. The fact that they conceded the early goal in game 2, it starts to get very difficult for them to keep their spirits up. So that goal, while a silly one, while a complete freebie, and Rogue are probably laughing it off, SQ have to cling on to that and say, look, we are part of this series. We can score goals. It's got to stay patient. It's the most important thing. It's the story of the day.
Definitely. I think Rogue have not been as disruptive as I thought they would be in terms of physicality, but in their unpredictability, they've been pretty unmatched. Because I can't predict what First and Churro are going to be doing.
Yeah, they're so hard to read for anybody, especially in SQ in this form. Let's just see if they can keep a bit of pressure going on, though. First killer and Dapper. An old 1v1 legend, of course, Dapper. From way back in the day. It took a very long time to come back to the RCS as well. He's one of those players that, similar to Freaky in the EU, you see them go down and you assume that is career over in the world of esports.
Yeah.
But he stayed patient, he dug deep, and then had that almost flawless season of SQ all the way until the end. So it's a beautiful story that he's had. He needs to make sure that it doesn't unravel here. Can we see what Rogue are up to now with a bit more of a match behind them? Because I can see chat asking for it. I'm not against the idea myself.
Yeah.
Let's have a listen.
All right. All right. Well, Christ. Wish me luck.
Good.
I'm trying to kill that. Peace.
I'm dead.
I can't see shit. You. I'll go back.
I'll be left.
Nice hit.
Sathion.
I'll go.
Forward right.
Turn.
Middle.
Big shot.
Shot.
Almost.
I can't.
I can go. I can.
I'm
That's
back.
fine.
I'm back. Getting boost.
Middle.
Over two.
I have the wall here.
I'm middle.
You?
I'll go. Yeah.
Hi.
Over one.
I can't.
Help me back.
You're alone.
I'm just going for it.
Yeah. I can't get
Yeah,
it.
he's here.
Sorry. It's
Shot. I'm up.
Light
Fine.
touch.
Go,
Nice,
good.
yeah.
Nice. Go again.
He popped
I
it.
can't-
It's
can't
bad for
you?
shock. It's bad for shock. I grabbed
Good
right
job. Tap up. A fall.
Get off backward. I'm gonna
dropping.
kill one. I killed one. I killed the last guy.
now. Oh,
Oh,
that's too far.
I killed Scrub. 2v2.
he's
Close.
got.
I'll go.
Go for that.
Yeah.
I'm beat. I rushed that.
I got.
I'm
I'm going solo. Alright, no,
Yeah.
I can't do anything.
Just get it. 50.
I'm pushing up.
I'll try your last. Turn. I'm behind you now.
Here.
Just one guy.
Nice.
Bumping.
I can't get it. I have to pass.
Yep.
I'm back.
Okay. I'm
Getting
here.
left in.
I bumped him off.
I'm beat. Watch that.
Watch
Might
that.
land on it.
Popping
Land
it.
crow.
I'm
up.
a boost.
Nobody up. I'm behind you.
Double.
I'm there.
He's here.
50.
Here.
Try to keep it away from them.
Sat you. Yeah.
Oh, might be.
I'll
I'm
go.
by you. Yeah. I'm in
Job.
it.
I'll play.
I'm
You.
here.
I bumped Shark away.
One up. Do you have that?
Bumping that. Ah, he jumped.
He's on.
I got bumped.
I bet I pushed up.
He can't
You
get it.
can't.
He can't get it.
I'll
You
get
got
it.
That's right.
1v1. Dapper's gonna cut.
No boost.
Oh,
I check their corner.
You missed.
I can't beat him.
Oh wait, wall. Here.
Watch, I'm gonna get in the way.
Turn on that first. I'm biting.
Just wait. I'll go.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm backward.
Damn.
Wide side.
I'll go.
Watch bump.
Yeah. Bat 50.
Can do.
Yeah.
I'm landing on it.
Touch it.
Careful.
Can do.
Let him
I'm here.
do his thing. Can you?
Yeah.
I have
I'll
0.
go. Got beat.
This might be bad.
Yeah.
Good job. Oh dang. We're
Oh,
good.
weird.
We got 20 seconds.
You can tell the mood difference in those comms. I also really want to apologize to them because I was sitting there eating crisps and I was just crunching away and I completely forgot to mute myself.
You idiot. Are you serious?
Yeah, it was. I literally had a Pringle. I had a Pringle, all right, and then I realised and I was like, "Whoops! I don't think they heard me." I apologised anyway because I'm the bigger man. I want to make sure they know that that's on me and not you. All right?
Okay, cheers, man.
There you go, mate.
This ball is on first killer. He's got a chance here. This kept up. I'm always excited at these 0-second moments, but not to be this time. It's SQ, but do get a game back. I'm going to be honest. I did not see that coming. After the first one, I thought Rogue were going to walk away with this series, but that man again, the MVP, Shock on top, 670 points. He needed that, and they needed that, and first killer needs to come back into the line.
That's fine. Probably fine.
Changing car or something.
I think the most interesting thing with Sonics is how relatively out of nowhere Shock came. Because I didn't see much of him before he was then absolutely nailing NARLCS. And I don't know if he was picked up necessarily through the rival series, if it was somebody that Dat was competing with. I presume it was, and that's how they got up, was together. Then Seti came with him, obviously, from Space Station. It's a really, really good story to show how well the rival series can do in making a player the player that they are nowadays, and why the tournaments at that level are so important.
Yeah, I'd say that the system that RLCS sort of qualification has at the moment through the rival series is very fair to the teams that can make the rival series, especially now with auto qualification for first place. It's something that we've seen a lot of debate for, but I know that you and I both agree that auto promotion and auto relegation is so important and undeniably a good thing.
Yes.
as is the fact that we are going straight back into this game. 1-1,
Easy.
precariously balanced. And I'm ready for this. I'm ready for SQ to really be back. You know, this is the... I want to see a complete battle of playstyles here. I want to see goals in it. I want to see Rogue scoring 3 and us screaming at them as they overcommit because SQ have just put away 3 open goals and suddenly it's 3-3. That is the sort of series that I'm crossing my fingers for here.
So, correct if I'm wrong, but we're now out 1-1 in the series, is that correct?
Yes.
Cool, okay.
Ground that one out.
That's a bit of an open one. And first player takes full advantage of it. Churro nearly stole it back from him as well after the first goal. Kronovi doing a couple of pretty little spins. Oh, sorry, no, it's Kronovi nearly stole it back as he tries to land on it as well. But an early goal for Rogue might then set them up for more success because they did well, obviously, in that game that we had to end up restarting. And then it was a grind out to keep it at 1-1 until 20 seconds left where SQ ended up scoring, obviously, the winning goal. So... can Rival hold on to this push Rogue hold on to this push a little bit further? Good touch there as well. Good pass.
Yeah, they do make some beautiful plays to Rogue. SQ keeping them away, making one on their own. Dapper looking for Safu, and for some reason, the complexity decal. Respect. I won't question it. Good for him.
Like it.
Yeah, maybe a
I like
fan
the
of the
weird
org.
decal choices.
Yeah, same. Not quite flakes with the weird car choices, but it's like the first step towards it. You know? Oh, what a bump, Safu. Good man. That's what we need to see from Safu. Not just the third man, but
There we
disruptor
go.
as well.
So actually taking the opposite role that I thought they would. I thought Rogue would be going for that role where they go for the bumps, they go for the demos because SQ like a clean play style. Instead, it's literally the exact opposite, wherein you've got SQ, who normally like it to be clean, are running riot. And are they now taking it to Rogue in their own form of gameplay?
Well, they are losing the third game, but they're certainly more comfortable than they were in game 1. That was an absolute horror show from each and every one of them. And just at the moment, you are right. The passing plays from Rogue don't quite seem to be working. Whereas in game 1, it seemed that every single one was.
Yeah.
This could be a chance Safi right.
Should we see if
decides to leave that.
the SQ comms have changed?
Go for it. I'll never say no
People
to
seem to
seeing
love the
comms.
comms.
Yeah, the comms are good. I'll drink some
Yeah,
water.
people are loving them. All right, yeah. Oh, it's great chat, man. I'm going to another Pringle. All right. All right, we're going to dip into the SQ comms. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah, let's still do it. All right.
Alright, it's fine. Let's get it back. I got it.
Shooting.
Yeah. 4.
Up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
got it.
I got it. Bang.
Getting pads.
No this.
One there.
Oh,
Try
okay.
follow. I'm
back.
low, just trying to reach.
Okay,
Got it around me.
Probably gonna get this around me.
I'm behind. I'm in
Going
net.
backward.
Forward.
Clear. Not there. First.
You can go.
Okay, I'll go.
Nice.
You got it.
Watching good. Come on,
I bumped him. I'm out.
I'm getting bumped, so I won't be able to get it.
Yeah, up. I'm back right.
One there.
But he has
Yep,
it
he's
again.
up again.
Bumped him.
Turn. It's still on.
Nice.
Got the right mid.
First
He's there.
guy. I'll go.
Yep,
Might
he's
have
touching
over.
again. Over. Ah, you got a triple.
I should have waited.
They seem to have much more structure to their comms as well, and they seem to respect what's going to happen out of the Rogue players.
They do,
Like,
yeah.
I heard at one point, Churro, or Shock said when Churro was on the backboard, before it had even happened, Shock realized he was in an awkward position, and he said, Churro's got it around me. It's around me. And he hadn't even committed to it. He just knew what was going to happen. He respected Churro to get that touch.
I feel like, to an extent, that respect is fear. Like, when First Killer went up for that first touch, did you get the same sense of inevitability? Like, oh, First Killer's going to score against us. He's going to do something crazy. And then he did. You know, it's the sort of cool where you go, he's up, and you sort of already know what's about to happen.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that First Killer's showing his quality now. I felt
Yeah.
like you and
I love
I
he's
were missing
proving
out,
it.
not seeing it, you know? But here it
Yeah.
is.
Him along with Cheer and Churro as well. Like, actually having, like, a really, really clean, mechanical, thrilling game. It's how I like to see Rocket League played. I like to see more bumps and demos, obviously, as ever. But I like the fact that there are neat little solo plays. They're they're not that passy, to be honest. Every now and then they do, but it seems to be they try a solo thing, then if it gets out of hand, they'll do the backup of, okay, I'll then pass it instead of going for a solo fancy play.
Almost a chance for Safi, who just couldn't get over the top of it, which seems to be the story for SQ in this game. I wouldn't say there's been quite as much rogue pressure as there was earlier on. Certainly in game 1, that was ridiculous, but it feels like the mechanical moments have all gone Rogue's way in this one. They just have that little extra bit of class that SQ seems to be lacking. Like here, you have Churro with the ball above him, and you sort of expect him to be able to conjure up something, somehow, that's going to put SQ under pressure. Whereas this game, at least, whenever SQ have a chance against Rogue, they are defending well, and that has been their biggest issue so far, that when pressure goes against Rogue, they'll double commit, they'll overcommit, they'll do something silly. Oh my goodness, that was close.
That's a neat little air roll shot, which always looked really sweet. And it just came off the inside of the post, unfortunately. But it's a win again in game number 3 for Rogue. They need one more win. And then they're going to be taking it to, then that means that they're going to take it to Space Station over in our semis. Equally, Sonics, they win 2, they make it to the semis.
Go on, keep it up. No! Rule 1. It was almost there.
Rule 1, keep it up, lads. That's obviously Rule 1.
Everyone knows it.
Everyone knows it, and no one in chat is going to disagree that that is Rule 1.
Yeah, exactly, which is nice. Also, nobody can disagree that Rogue are much looking like the better team at the moment. Shock not top of his team there. It was Sathi's turn this time, who last game had a very quiet match with 3 saves, so defensively he's doing some work, but it's just not enough from SQ. You know? Is there anything you can see that they can change? I can see you grinning at the chat.
So I don't like having chat open, but I just thought, you know what? I'll treat myself. And I just looked at the chat and just thought, oh, that's beautiful. This would just go, no, it's not Rule 1.
That's all right. All those guys, they've played the game for like 3 weeks. They know what it's all about, right?
Yeah, exactly. They got the game in 2018. They're veterans. No, I don't know. I think Sonics are going to be able to. They need to try and shut things down at the source more often. That's obviously easier said than done.
Of course.
Because if you try and shut down first quickly, he's going to try and outplay you. And then there's a Churro there to try and take over instead. I don't know if it's particularly feasible to shut them down as quick as they need to, but it's something that they're going to have to do. Maybe you commit a man to doing it, and maybe you commit a man to try and bump them a little bit more. I'd like to see that more taking it to them rather than let them take a touch and then you then go for a challenge in the air, because you know that they can take it high, they can take it low, or they can go for a strong 50 and they come out the better.
Do you know what, mate? I'm going to make a bold prediction here. This is the start of SQ being back. This game right here, when Rocket League historians, are going to look back at the journey of SQ after they've won, I don't know, Season 12 RLCS. Not the next couple, but Season 12, right? They'll try and pinpoint the moment. And it'll be this game right here. This is going to be a heroic venture for the boys in SQ. And they're going to take this one and go on to win the series. Boom. I said it. I meant it.
I think this is going to be a game that's going to be used as textbook how not to play Rocket League. It's a 25-0.
Wow.
It's big. It's really big.
That's
honestly,
a lot of goals.
It's a lot. Considering that 40 seconds has gone with none, the next 4 minutes is going to be big.
I feel like if Rogue go 10-0 up, we have to cut to their comms and just not come back. Even after the series, we'll just whack a mic on each of them.
I know he's there eating a burrito.
And we're listening.
Yeah, he's having a chomp.
Still more entertaining than us, so, can't complain.
Yeah, naturally, of course, yeah. Rule 1, by the way. So, it's just a minute that's gone, and it's still a 0-0 with both teams almost like it's a game 1 with teams that haven't really played each other before. It seems like another feeler game.
Bit scrappy, innit?
A little bit.
A few demos will change that, though. They'll put some pressure on the team that is Demo. Give some space, and First Killer is so good at generating his own space. Just busting out a flip reset like it's nothing. But Safi did get that ball past Kronovi, and now Dapper, despite having no boost, put a little bit of pressure on. Shock almost wins that. Safi's underneath it. Good pressure from SQ, man. I'm happy.
Great.
That's what you want to see. The series of Allies is alive and well.
That's really nice pressure. Sati getting one, Shock getting the next, and then Dapper can come in and sink it top bins. He's had a good time of it. I don't know if Rogue were a little bit boost-starved in the net there as well, because you can't necessarily defend calmly when you have no boost, especially when the other team have been taking it. It's not just a case of bad timing.
Okay, 1-0 to SQ. So far, my prophecy is happening, but that's a bit of an overcommit from Dapper. Shox in an awkward position. Right, do you want to play the fake or miss game? First killer, fake or miss. Chat can answer this too.
Fake or miss? Miss. That's just a miss, I think. I think Churro has positioned himself perfectly. He's done the backup plan. And the keeper can't do much more than presume that first killer's just going to get it. Like, if you don't back him on that hit, you're wrong more often than not.
I think the fun answer is fake, because we all would like to believe romantically that he's purposely not gone for that. But actually, let's be honest, probably a miss. And as you say, a great read from the man who was there to put it away. Over to first. They get those little passes so well. So bear in mind, this is the team that's played together for about 2 weeks, right? Oh, first killer is alive and well. He's so sick. I've always said it. Never doubted him. Look at that.
It's just so well placed. With Kronovi also going for the bump in the net. Trying to help it in himself by doing a little backflip on the line. Seeing if he can maybe get a steal. But yeah, getting a few bumps, just disrupting.
Here we go though, Safi on the ceiling. Shock's almost there. SQ, I feel, have to get this next goal. If Rogue get it, that could be them giving up. And there it is. Shock heard me. And put it away. This is turning into, you know, quite a goalsome game.
It is.
Or double
Goalsome
commit,
goalies.
unfortunately, in defence. That's what I said was fixed in the last game. And in that moment, they've gone back to old habits, which isn't ideal. Does let SQ back in?
Do you want to listen to some more comms?
Yes.
I've really enjoyed listening to them.
Good timing.
Rogue?
Yeah.
All right, let's go listen to Rogue, because this is now a game where it's not just like 1 or 2 goals. This is now back and forth. And we're on for 25, mate. I'm just saying. All right, see you in a sec.
I'll wait.
I'll get him to
Take
push
it
it.
mid.
He's going to wall.
I'll rush it.
I'm buying you now.
He doesn't have. Any? Nice, good shit. I'll wait for his pop.
Sathy, I'll wait.
He's slow.
Can you go first? I'll watch
go
that.
first.
I got it.
Nice.
I'm here.
Dap here.
Just dap, just dap. He's
Flick him,
rushing.
flick him.
I got it.
I got mid
bump.
bump. Yeah, I'm stuck on the ceiling, so
I pinched out.
you go.
I'm right side on the wall.
Maybe bang. I couldn't hit it right. I'll go.
I'm third.
I'll make a pop.
Yep, you go.
I'm trying to come back and get boost turn.
I made him. I popped it over one.
Shock. I'm
I'm taking
turning.
it slow.
I just got back.
I have
Right?
that.
Nice.
Shit touch. He's on bang.
Can you?
I'm back. Yeah.
You have that?
Wall.
I'm
fast.
left.
Cross.
Nice.
It's really hard.
I don't
to
think I can reach it.
I'm buying you first.
He's on it.
Try to fake
I have no
it.
boost. I have no
I
boost.
got it. Oh.
I got.
I might
it.
spawn.
You good? I'm behind you.
Hit it.
I'm here.
Throw or turn. I mean.
Here.
That's fine. Solo, so I have no boost.
Going.
Nice play.
He's
You
on.
go?
Might be in.
Yeah, I try to
behind
shoot
you.
first. If you B2, it's
Yes.
fine. Nice, it's in.
All right. Nice. Good
Good
shot.
job, dude.
Yeah, we got this. They were making a lot of mistakes, so we're good.
Yep. 2 goal lead, so we just gotta like rotate solidly, and I don't think we can get scored on. You know,
Yeah.
Yep.
stay focused on those rotations.
Just
Yes,
1
sir.
minute.
Yep.
Cheating.
Same kickoff, same kickoff.
I'm back,
Yep.
right? Yeah.
Here.
Nice. Carl, you go.
I'll try.
Yeah, you haven't beat. You haven't beat.
Behind you.
Sathy.
I'll
go.
go. You go.
I
more.
fucked that. I fucked that.
I'm
I
here.
can't.
Corner. I'll go for 2.
Nice. Good
They might,
shot.
they might be good.
I have 65 back close.
Wait, middle. You.
He's up early. Low shot, low shot, low shot.
I got it.
Nice.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
alone.
Sathy, I'll shoot.
It's
Okay.
in.
Nice, good job.
Wait, not in, not in. You?
Not in? I got it. Yeah, I got it.
Keep it up.
Guys, my game closed?
First
Unfortunate.
shot.
Dude, my
Nice,
PC crashed.
dude,
My
good
PC
job.
crashed.
Oh
I
my
literally-
god, my PC's on fire, bro.
Dude, like
You
my
guys
dog just bit off my toe, dude. What do I do? I'm right. Oh, it's bleeding everywhere, dude. I can't.
I'm gonna faint. Oh,
You got it?
Almost.
Yeah.
I'll take
And
it.
you-
I'll take it.
Just waste time.
You might pre-jump me.
He has it. He has it.
He's got.
I might
Never
go.
mind, he doesn't got.
He didn't go.
You? Why didn't you pre-jump, bro?
Bing bang, clang clang. The double.
I don't know.
SMH. SMH.
Super set?
In?
Good try.
Aw. Should have gone for the double, you know? Getting right mid. Ceiling?
My double?
Doubling.
No, never mind.
I'm at you first.
Back to you?
Oh, good
Got
try.
it.
Lucky.
Unlock it. Unlock it.
Again, they just, as soon as they get like a 2-goal lead, they just start messing around.
I've got a question, mate. If I were to say to you in a tournament, right, we're trying to qualify for the rival series, and I say, just play sandwich, what would you take that to mean?
Because that could mean, be my bread or be my filling.
Ooh. What, so it's like a Roman pincer attack where you got first killer and Churro left and right, and Kronovi goes down the middle, and they sort of pincer like bread around a sandwich?
Yeah, maybe Kronovi is the Bologna.
Bologna. Kronovi.
Bologna Kronomi. Maybe. I don't know, because there were a couple of things in there where I thought, lads, you're still in a bloody game. Come on. Like, they started coming over replays again, and then Churro then was like, oh my god, my dog bit off my toe. And Kronovi's like, I'm fainting. I was like, are you actually? I'm really worried for your health right now.
I'm not used to Rocket League players making jokes, so I just thought, you know, they meant it. That would be the only explanation there.
Surely. The Rogue end up taking that series 3-1. Cole, if you have updated the bracket using the image in our production chat, then we are able to have a little look at how our bracket is going and where we sit right now.
Tell you what, I can update that live on air, which is fun. So we can move. What? When would I have done it? When?
No, I don't know. I'm presuming you've got. Have you got studio mode open?
Yeah, but I was too busy casting, mate. I've got to do 2 things at once. So Rogue, go through.
I added you. You had literally 20 seconds.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, that's not happened, is it?
That's okay. It's okay, mate. Don't worry.
Right, I'll fill the rest of that in later. I'll just fill in the 2 that made it through.
No, mate. There's one made for you.
What do you mean? Oh,
I added you. Yeah. I've been atting you after all of them.
No, I've kept an eye on our chat. Where are you getting that?
Screw our chat, production chat.
Ah, cool.
Look at that bad boy. That's where I'm talking. There's a lot of chat going on in there that you've missed, mate.
Really?
Honestly, the names we've been calling you.
And yet there's so much that I've been doing at the same time. It's amazing that, I've only got 2 hands while casting. Who would have thought?
I know, it seems hard.
Tell you what, let's see. So put that, where did I save that? Give me a second. Well, you can talk us through what's going on while I find this.
So, yeah, fair enough. So we have got, so far, the teams that are out are Charlotte Phoenix, Affinity, NRG, Pittsburgh Knights just beat Envy, so Envy are also out, E United are out, and Sonics are out. We've not yet had a game 5, which is very interesting. We are now going to be, on this stream, looking at Space Station versus Rogue, and then on Lawler's stream, which is a squad stream, to look at both, looking at Cloud 2, which is made up of Gimmick, Torment, and Chicago, which is very interesting, versus Pittsburgh Knights. That'd be a very good game, so keep an eye on that. I believe that's starting a little bit sooner than our match, so we're going to have to go on a little break here to give Rogue a little bit of time to breathe. But, yeah, it's looking like really good games are going to be coming through, and our finals is going to be stacked.
Yeah, I would say that any combination of the 4 teams that making the finals, any combination of 2, is an exciting series. Cloud 2 Space Station, exciting. Cloud 2 Rogue, exciting. Pittsburgh Knights versus anyone is always fun. So many storylines here, ready to mesh and merge. As far as a fan of Rocket League goes, I don't mind who makes it through to the final, which is nice. Obviously, even with my unbiased hat on, which I'm wearing currently. I think that this is going to be a hell of a rest of an event. We have been blessed with the results that we've had so far.
We're just trying to figure out how to have an interview to come from for Rogue. So that's why we're just sort of waiting about a little bit, seeing if we can get one of the players over there. But Cole, who do you reckon? Because we're not going to be seeing ourselves personally, we're not going to be seeing the Cloud 2 versus Pittsburgh Knights match. What are your thoughts on that? Because it seems like Cloud 2 is just having a really good, unpressured time of this tournament.
Yeah, Gimmick, Torment, and Chicago are sort of an odd grouping from Cloud9 and G2. But it seems that they are just having fun playing what they're playing. Do you know what I mean? It feels like maybe a weight has been lifted from these guys. From these guys. Beating NRG 3-0 is absolutely huge. It's actually reminiscent of Cloud9. What started their form in the RLCS Season 9 was beating NRG 3-0. And after that, they had a little glimpse of the Cloud9 of old, which was nice to see. But I think that this time, it's... Pittsburgh Knights, surely, are going to beat a team that's been made pretty much on the day for a laugh, because they have been getting better and better with AJ.
They have, yeah.
We said that it was awkward at the start, and it was. They were terrible the first couple of weeks of the RCS. But since then, they've started to... They've not gone fully back to their aggressive playstyle, and they've not fully bought into the AJ possession playstyle.
Yeah.
They're meeting in the middle a little bit. So I can see them just having enough. If they're on form, if they're having a pop-off day, I can see Pittsburgh Knights taking it and being our first finalists. What would you say?
I mean, Gyro said that he feels much more comfortable now compared to the start of the season for the reasons that you outlined, where he didn't feel as if it was fitting the team particularly well, but now they are, and they've put in a lot of effort to get to that point. I like the chaos of Cloud2 winning, though. I really like the chaos of that.
Oh, yeah.
I think, let's go Cloud2. Hopefully they will win, and Rocket League dies tomorrow because the skill ceiling has been reached, and it doesn't matter if you know your teammates because anyone can win on the day.
Anyone can indeed win on the day.
Yeah.
It'll take me a second to get into it because I need to press a few buttons, but I believe we have an interview. Is that correct?
We do indeed. So I can drag you, don't worry.
No, I need to click it on my streaming PC. I got it. Don't you worry.
Ah, screw that then.
See you on the other side,
we've
mate.
got an interview with Kronovi along with Arda from ESPN Esports.
Thank you very much. Joined by Kronovi. Rogue just defeated Sonics. They move on to the semifinals. They will be facing Space Station Gaming. Kronovi, thank you very much for joining us. I know you're audio only at the moment. Just take us back through the series. It seemed like Rogue was very dominant.
Yeah, we try to play really fast pace, and we were pretty confident that we could just attempt to outpace Sonics, who are usually they like play for each other a lot, and they play for a lot of like possession and stuff, and so we just tried to make sure they couldn't have possession at all.
Going into the semifinal match against Space Station Gaming, this is a rematch, of course, from the spring series. That one went down to the wire in overtime. When you look back at that series, what did you take away from it?
Looking back at that series, there were obviously good and bad moments. There are times where, we look unstoppable on offense, but it's really on defense where we start to struggle. And so we've taken a long time to look at those replays and really understand like why we weren't so strong on defense. And so we're hoping to maybe not go to game 5 this time against Space Station.
How much are you looking forward to this matchup? I asked Space Station the same question, and they said that they're really excited at the possibility of facing you in this tournament. How do you and how does your team feel about this?
I mean, we're probably just as, if not more excited. I mean, we want to prove that we're the better team. And so going, and head-to-head 2-0 on them would be nice instead of giving them the chance to answer it back and say, oh, that was just a fluke or something. You guys just caught us off guard. But we're improving rapidly. So we want to really, really show them we can just beat them again.
How do you look back on Season 9?
Season 9, it was honestly just a weird season, with the no world championship and stuff. I think it was definitely an eye-opener season for me, especially with having to deal with promo relegation and stuff like that. And it's just got me really motivated to show up for Season 10.
And give us a little bit of a preview here. I mean, you talked about the matchup in the RLSS, but now you're facing Space Station again. It's the semifinals. It's the Brawl. Maybe a little bit more fun here, but still very competitive. What can we expect from this match?
I think there'll be a lot of action on both ends of the field, but I am hunting for my 4th Brawl win. Obviously, this isn't a captain's draft. I'm very good at the captain's draft format, but I want to keep holding that Brawl trophy. So, I'm going to be putting my all in this set.
How have you liked this format versus previous formats?
I actually am a really huge fan of Captain's Draft because it does make the whole tournament a little bit more lighthearted. But this is really good practice considering, we're a lot newer and we're we haven't been around, I guess, as long as some of these other rosters. We're really grateful for the chance to practice against all these other teams and really like, sweat it out.
So talk to me about the adjustments. I mean, Turinturo comes in, right? He's been with the team since late April. How has that adjustment been from your vantage point? You're now the longest tenured player on this rogue squad. So how has that adjustment been from your point of view?
It hasn't been too crazy of an adjustment. It's very clear what my role on this team is, and so it's really just to support first and turn and allow them to, hit highlight reels all day. And we've just been working hard to, make sure that our comms are clear and that I'm able to fulfill the role that I'm kind of like designated, I guess. And obviously, I'm improving on my own so that maybe I can hit a clip every now and again too.
Fair enough. All right, well, we'll let you go getting prepared for Space Station Gaming in the semifinals of the Brawl Invitational. Kronovi, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to send things back to Cole and Stumpy. By the way, I know you can't see me right now, but I want to give them a lot of credit because not only are they doing commentary here on our twitch.tv/ESPN esports stream, but also they are doing all of the production behind the scenes. And that is definitely not easy. If you could see the Discord right now, you would be even more impressed with their efforts. But Cole and Stumpy, you got to take it back now. You got to be on the air. I commend you, but it's time to get back to work.
Right,
Profile
it's so funny. It's an all-time great picture, right?
It's so funny.
That, my friend, is it's me drinking some Strongbow at a festival, at 2000 Trees Festival. That profile picture,
guzzling some Strongbow on all fours.
Yeah, it's sort of
non-alcoholic Strongbow. We should mention
exactly. Non-alcoholic water, which is the important thing. Mate, I'm going to be honest, I'm going to throw it out there. Not a fan of using Discord for video interviews. I'm going to throw my hands up and say it's not my favourite platform to do video interviews with. I feel there's a lot of things that should stay in the same place that actually don't. It transpires, which is part of the fun,
God, that was so funny.
Because as mentioned earlier, for reasons, TechLol, I can't hear the interview, so I was thinking, right, is it time to come back?
And I completely forgot that happened. I should mention then, actually, Arda gave us massive commendation at the end there and said that we're running a lot of things in the background, as is Arda. So chuck a lot of love back towards Arda from that one at ESPN. Honestly, mate, I was sitting here watching that and I went to our Discord to see what people said, and everyone was just dying. I was keeled over on my chair and just laughing at the stream where it's a really serious interview and you're just cuddling Strongbow.
I love that picture so much.
Right. Tell you what.
Yeah.
Let's recompose ourselves.
Of course.
Let's head off to a break for a couple of minutes. And then when we come back, we will be having a look at our final game on ESPN Esports stream, Space Station Gaming versus Rogue.
See you guys in a minute. We're back. We are ready and raring to go. Oh my goodness, everything is fun and exciting. Hello everybody, have you missed us? How are we all doing?
Hello, team.
How was your break, Stumpy?
It was a good break. I went into the living room, cooled off a little bit. Showed my girlfriend the gif of you guzzling Strongbow. She had a little giggle.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, very interesting. It's a very interesting gif. But I enjoyed it. I had a good time with it. I've seen as well that on the main stream, do you know what's going on?
I can see it now. I can see that Cloud2 are 2-0 up against Pittsburgh. That wasn't even a fake reaction. That was a genuine what?
Literally what's happening. Yeah,
Madness.
They're 2-0 up. They're currently listening into the comms as well on the side of Cloud2.
Right.
And
are they taking it seriously?
I don't know, my thing's not loading.
Oh, mate, I was so ready.
That was going to be smooth as well. Hang on. I don't know. Yeah, I think people are memeing it a lot. There's a lot going on, I feel like, on that stream. So remember, guys, it's a squad stream. You can go and watch that if you fancy, but that's about to be over. So to everybody, then come over here when that's done, because we have got Space Station versus Rogue. We're just waiting on, I believe, First Killer to get into the game.
Yes.
Such a problematic young gentleman, isn't he?
He is. He can be.
Yeah. Space Station versus Rogue. Rogue have looked really strong coming through this tournament. We've said that they would do pretty well against Sonics and now they are in our semi-finals against the team that I thought would come into the finals. I feel like maybe they have had their run. This is a very good finish for them, but Space Station make it to the finals. What do you think?
Yeah, I think I agree with you that the favourites here would be SSG, just about on current form, because bear in mind that in the Spring Series, in the Losers Round 3, it was Rogue 3, Space Station Gaming 2, and that featured that one of the overtimes for the ages, with Rogue barreling on SSG's door, and SSG finally letting them in to take the series with a first killer, just genuine, bona fide wonder goal. So there definitely is... there's every chance that Rogue could take this. I think that they might be coming into this. It's fair to say they won't have been warmed up as much as they would have wanted to have been, based on the series that they just had against SQ. So they're quickly going to have to figure out this increased pace that SSG will offer. But I'm going to go with SSG 3. I think Rogue 2. I think it's going to be a genuine, this one's going to go all the way to Game 5, which I'm sure is what you and everybody else here wants to see. And chat, I'm curious what you all think, whether it's S or R, or SSG or Rogue, to see an idea of what chat reckons. But I think we both agree we're in for a banging series, right?
Yeah, otherwise we are ready. We can go. Let's just get right into it, lol. Because we literally may as well. Everyone's ready. Let's go. Enjoy. Have fun, everybody. We've got Space Station versus... Oh, a party was destroyed. That's fun. Space Station versus Rogue. I think Space Station have the edge here. Maybe it's just going to be a case of the experience that Cronovia has and might not be able to calm the young nerves on Rogue, and the experience on the side of Space Station of being this late in a tournament might do them well. But, it's a proven ground regardless.
Well, I didn't really get a chance to say towards the end of last game, but actually you could hear that when it comes down to it, Cronovia is the person that is talking them through the tactics, or almost there from AXB. He was sort of saying, right, just keep your rotations calm, let's not be too silly. If anyone on that team is going to be the guiding light amongst the madness that it seems like Rogue is, it's going to be him. And it was great to actually see it in action, because that was my theory. But obviously you never know when it comes to it. Cronovia might be messing around, telling them to go for flick reset, seeing how many spins they can get before hitting the ball. But he was, a very serious and collected figure, even after all these years.
Maybe it is a case of keeping comms light, though, like with these guys. It's the same role as the coach, right? Where you need to know who you're talking to, know who you're reading with each message that you're putting out there. Some players will want you to keep it serious. Maybe Cronovia is one of them. And some players want you to keep it light. Maybe Chirinchiro is one of them. And you need to adapt what you say depending on who you're talking to.
Good pressure from SSG straight away. It's something that Rogue haven't experienced so far today. Really can first get back in time. No, he can't. He's just gone for some back right boost there at the worst possible moment. You can see how starved they were. The pressure SSG had, especially with that demo on Cronovia. And first just sort of forgets to stay in goal for a second there. Put away well
I think he thought that Chiro was going to go for a strong 50. But he didn't have the boost to then go round the other side of the ball. He was actually on 0. So he couldn't get back behind it. And because he went for an aerial thinking he could challenge in the air, but he was just baited into it, it did end up throwing off the entire team. So I think it was good decision making by SSG, as well as a bit of a misplay by Churo.
First thing I'm noticing is that SSG are looking just incredibly aggressive, both in their where their third man is, and also how many demos they're getting. I think that's 4 or 5 already from SSG onto Rogue. I haven't seen any the other way. Rogue just being pretty bullied at the moment. SSG, no doubt, will remember how their last series went. They're going to want to sort of stand on the neck of Rogue as soon as they possibly can. Make sure they don't get any of that momentum, which is serving them so well. It's going to be a new challenge for Rogue, though, dealing with this sort of pressure, because Space Station Gaming look well up for this.
They're up for a scrap, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
They're being cocky lads at the pub, and they're spoiling, mate. They're absolutely spoiling for a brawl.
I don't really see Space Station Gaming as a particularly aggressive team when it comes to demos and bumps, but they definitely seem to be working that into their game. Maybe it's something they felt they were missing among all the prettiness, because that's not going to go away. They're not going to forget how to be beautiful players. Oh, that's a good goal. Rogue, we're back.
Great demo.
The game's alive.
That positioning from first as well. He gets the challenge on the ball, can't get it again, and so angles himself to then get Sipical. 2 players are just out of the play entirely, and Shura, as a third man, is able to nice and easily slot in, get a goal. And we're drawn at half-time.
Trying to see if if Rogue are going to be able to take any of the pressure that they just had, because even despite that goal, the ball has still been in their half for the majority of this game, but that's good from First. We're starting to win these challenges now and push on up. Just force a few shots, keep the pressure on. Konovi was quite far back there. The Konovi that we've seen so far with Rogue was would be a little bit further forward there, hoping to be able to get onto the end of something, even if it is risky. So maybe showing these opponents a bit more respect than they showed SQ, which may be their downfall, you know, they might overdo it.
I'm intrigued to hear if there are calls for demos coming out in the comms from people who aren't necessarily the target players.
Oh, what a save from Arsenal, wow.
Can we hop into the space station comms and see if they're calling out people to demo? Because it seems so targeted at the moment.
It does, yeah, let's find out.
All right.
Waiting on turn. I got it.
Yep,
Open one.
I'm
trying to go for a bump.
there.
Okay, I'll
Yep,
get
I'll
the
let
ball.
I'll force.
Yeah, coming back.
You?
I'll go. Yep.
Making him jump.
Oh, you got
Touch.
me?
He's there.
Yeah,
I'll go.
I'll go.
I got. Okay, I missed. You go.
I'm in F4. You can just challenge.
He's on same side. One mid.
Alright, that's fine. I'll go.
Oh, man. I didn't want to touch it.
I'll be back, right?
I'll try.
No sludgy.
Miss.
Are you behind? You can take mid. I'll
Go
go.
back
I
left.
got mid.
You can go.
50. He's gonna
Guys
have.
out. You can go.
Oh.
I'll be behind.
up.
I'll
Go
be
back
third.
wall.
Waiting.
I'll go.
You can go.
You go.
He's got.
Yeah, you beat me.
I'm waiting.
Yeah.
I got it.
Leaving.
Got it
Turning
again.
mid. I'm turning mid.
Got back left.
Got it.
Third. Keep going, all you.
One
I'm
more.
bumping.
He's up.
Faking. 50.
Okay.
Nice shot. Nice.
shot.
Good job.
50.
Top corner.
Taking my cliff.
Taking right mid. I got it.
I'll
Got
go.
the right mid. Beat him.
Yeah,
Beat him.
I beat.
I got it.
I'll
Mid.
go mid.
Yeah. Shot fast. I'll try to
Nice.
chase.
I'll go.
Yeah, read
What?
that shot.
Good shot. I got it.
Yep. No one up. No one.
I got it again.
I'll go mid.
I got
bump.
mid left.
I'll go.
Shot fast.
Open.
Nice.
Pass.
Yeah. I'm back, right?
The
Shooting.
always kick on. No.
Do it.
Let's go.
I'll be behind first.
He's last.
I'll
I
be
got
wall.
Putting
Wall.
high.
I'll be
I'll
up.
be 40 back. 40 back. Nice.
I got.
He's
Get
up.
him. Nice. Good
I'm
beat.
back. Waiting.
He's there.
It's gonna boom to
Yeah,
turn.
he's gonna
Trying to
bang.
demo one.
I'm up. I
Yeah,
beat.
no one up. I'm
Popping.
moving up.
Yeah.
I got it.
He's up. He's up. Your last one.
What, 50 though?
I'll go. I'll go.
Yeah.
Feeding,
Yeah, he's up.
feeding. He's
I'll
there.
get turned back. You go.
I'm
I'll
low,
try to.
I'm low.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's low.
Yeah,
I'll
behind you.
take the
HP.
mid.
Challenge.
Touch.
Nice.
I'm
I'll
behind
just
you.
waste time. I'll waste
I'm third.
time.
I'm third.
Okay,
Third
okay.
full.
Got mid
Third
left.
full. Third full.
You can go.
Nice.
I'll
You
go,
go.
I'll go.
Shot. Open.
Nice.
Nice. Good job. All right.
They didn't seem to have too much of an issue with going behind, bringing it back, and then making 2 goals on top of bringing it back again.
Stumpy, mate. Let's play this game again. If we were in a tournament situation, and I were to give
mate.
you the comms, what would you take that to mean?
I'd honestly presume that I need to go look for a new teammate because you've just died.
Just straight up died. Out of
You just
nowhere.
died. The aneurysm mode. And I'd be
Wow.
like, you know what? Fair play. Like, GG. Like, I can't do much about that.
Cool. Okay, well, that's what we just heard there. So let's hope that all 3 of those guys are okay. I've got to say that when they were behind, however briefly it was, because we did see 3 goals during all that, there was still so much energy coming from the SSG boys. They just seemed like they were so up for this. I think what we've definitely learned is they are taking this tournament very seriously. You know, they're relaxed in their own way and the way they have to be, but this is not something they're taking lightly. That was full energy going into that from the off of the comms we heard.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's interesting to hear that when they concede, and it's something that I've always found odd, when pro teams concede, they don't say, and it might just be because they're being observed ultimately, right? But they don't say, like, oh, sorry, I didn't get that hit.
Yeah,
or like,
yeah.
oh, he got a double tap, like, fair play. they literally just, well, nothing. They just say nothing, and it's like clean slate.
Yeah.
Wipe it off from there. Unless there's a glaring issue, wipe it off, go again. And then when they do end up scoring, it's almost a very similar thing where it's like, hey, look, we got a goal. Cool, that's that done. Next. What's happening next? Let's figure that out.
Great save already from Churro. And it's already shaping up to be the best game that we've seen so far. Let's hope the rest of the series lives up to the billing, because I'm loving the way both of these teams are playing. SSG's slightly more deliberate in their the pressure that they're putting on, whereas Rogue are a bit more chaotic. But both systems are working. They're firing on all cylinders. Both of them scoring goals. Let's see if they can both get involved. Great touch. Oh, the reads as well from Arsenal.
Good.
Some of the saves that we're seeing, these last-ditch saves.
Ridiculous, man.
But there is potential for some meaty fakes going forward, because everything is being read right now. Oh, again, what a read from Sipical. Could Gronovi score this time? He passes instead. I love that. What a pass.
Deliberate pass?
Yes, I think so. Are we going to play the
I don't
deliberate or
know.
accidental game? I'm going
No,
deliberate.
genuinely, I don't know. Well, because I think he was shooting. I think he was shooting opposite corner, like just placement, just try and get it away from him. And then it was wide. And first, obviously, was there. Maybe he had. Maybe it was the whole case if you made the goal wider.
That's what I was going to say. That's
So,
what
like,
it could have been.
Yeah, so like it's like, okay, just shoot it right. If it's in, awesome. If it's not, I'm there for it. Maybe it was neither.
Maybe it was like a first touch. He was trying to dribble. Completely messed that up.
It was in the air. First mistake.
We've all done it, mate.
We've all done it.
So once again, Space Station Gaming are going to have to come back. They did it twice in that first game. I just love the
Interesting
the amount...
there, but
Go on.
go on. Oh, I was going to say, with that very specific moment, interesting there, the AXB had one man back, it was running towards the net, and he opted for the touch instead of going for the standard play that I would have presumed that you go for, especially with Space Station and how demo and bumpy they are, by bumping the keeper. He had no rush to even go for it.
That, my friend, was most definitely a shot, though. Look at this, a great challenge from First Killer. Rotating out straight away, good lad.
No, it's
And
the
Churro
pass
is up.
again.
Oh, are they? Was he trying to do a musty flick? Is that the
He
mistake
tried a
that he
musty
made?
flick.
Oh, don't do it when you're in the
Yeah.
air. Just score. Unbelievable.
Score. And he did. Yeah, he didn't mean it, but at least he scored. Arsenal have noticed going for a lot of cheeky air dribbles, and then either going for fakes and then getting a strong 50, or going for a fake and then like punching it down.
No, you're completely right. I've noticed that too. It's the when you have that much aerial control, you don't have to do the most beautiful thing. Like every time he is capable of just doing a full-on air dribble and taking it all the way across the map, right? But it gets to the point where if you're doing that every single time, it starts to get predictable. And because I would say Rogue have so much respect when SSG are in the air, they are able to, as you say, pretty much just not take the extra touch that Rogue were expecting, bait them in, and then knock it over the top of them. And suddenly, instead of coming up against a three-man defense, you've taken one out of it and taken some of their boost. It's definitely something that SSG love to employ, more than Rogue for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Looking at the scores, just real quick for updates. Bear in mind, this is a squad stream. You guys can go and watch the Cloud 2 vs PK, which is ongoing. Pittsburgh Knights have brought it to Game 5 after going 2-0 down. And also, reminder, every single donation on Lawler stream tonight is going to go towards a European Brawl Invitational. So if you want to see this happen again in Europe, then make sure that you donate to that.
It's the Pittsburgh Knights, after being reverse swept twice in a row, one on Churro getting that save, could be on for one of their own. The boys are loving him at the moment.
Love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've not seen any cocky Rettles tweets since then, have we?
We've not seen any cocky Rattles tweets since the first day of RLCS Season 9, mate.
Yeah, when he was like, oh, can't wait to go to LAN. Joke's on you, mate. No LAN, idiot.
3-0 Rogue.
Oh, that's such a cheeky touch.
Yeah, all three Rogue goals have just been beautiful. They're beating SSG in the air. So it seems that speed is what Rogue have on their side, and a little bit more control is what Space Station
Tell you
Gaming
what,
seems to be boasting.
Rogue are great at their comms when they're up. Shall we go to Rogue?
Let's do it.
They love messing about.
Double down.
Halo?
I'll wait for it. I'll go.
Going up.
Eyes up.
I'll watch middle. I got it.
Copley.
I see.
I'm dead.
Just boom it on net.
He saved
I
it.
just respawned guy behind you.
I killed
Sippy.
one.
Zip
Sippy
booming.
cup.
He's two, he's two.
Can you go?
Arsenal's really close, really
Waiting
close.
for
On the
Sippy
ball.
cup.
I'm
You?
back, right? I'm
I
good.
got it.
Thank
I
you.
got it.
Nice.
Dunk
Nice.
cleared it.
I'll chase Arsenal.
Behind
Axe,
you.
Axe on the ball. I don't know.
Axby.
Axe.
Have that.
Nice.
Sippy
Back,
cup.
I'm back, I'm back.
Oh,
I'll go.
I'm right.
Picture
Here.
me.
I'm middle.
Go
I'm
again.
dodging a bump. Hold on. I'm third. I'm still third.
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
move now.
Yeah, I'm. I have no
There's
boost.
two there. There's two there.
I'll
They're
go
landing on
first,
each
I'll go
other.
first. I can't, I
Sit
can't.
third. You can't double. I'm back.
I'm
Team.
dead.
Co.
Yeah.
Team.
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 Team, where you at? Hello?
Just keep it in the corner. Bumped one. Bumped one.
I got it. I'll go
Behind
again.
you. I'm right.
You win again? I beat him.
Sippy cup.
Pick up.
He's
Quinn
pinching.
Kobe.
Oh shit.
Tango.
Just.
Team?
Team.
Team?
Sippy cup.
Sippy cup?
Sandwich.
Axel?
Sandwich.
Their comms are so good. They just don't care. They're just like, oh yeah, we're in a game against one of the best teams in North America. Sippy cup? Axby? Team?
Right. No. So that one, they make a good point. It is Axby or Axby. It's a lowercase x.
Good point.
That's completely fair.
Has that blown your mind?
Yeah, I never noticed it before. It just to me, it just was AXB. But now I look at it with fresh eyes opened by the wonder of Rogue's comms, pun not intended. It
Got a
is
bit shy,
indeed
guys.
AXB.
I suppose it is. I suppose Sip is obviously Sippy cup. It makes sense.
It does. It's so true, man. Oh goodness, but
It
you are
all
right.
makes
Rogue's
sense.
comms are fantastic. I think we should agree that whenever Rogue are 3 goals up, we will, have a little listen to see what they're up to.
I think we have to. Like, one of the best bits, genuinely, of the Brawl, because I watched the first season of it. It was a load of weeks as well. It was so good listening to pro comms. I've always loved it. I've loved the Dignitas upload their comms. It's led to an amazing moments. G2 have uploaded their comms. It's so interesting.
Mouse were the first
to
one.
see how, see how each team communicates in high pressure situations, and big respect for when they lose.
Oh my
Why do you
goodness.
think you're allowed to do that?
That is a disgusting dunk. Look at that. He probably realised that was on as soon as it hit his car from the floor. All he's imagining is how to bend and maneuver his car in such a way to maximise the potential for that dunk. And just the reads.
Team?
The only sad thing is, Stumpy, he was going for a
What?
flick. From the floor.
Oh, the idiot.
Yeah, it was a bad first touch. That was a problem, mate.
That's okay, though. I'm sure he'll get over it. So, I tell you what, if Rogue get one more goal, we're going to go to their comms
2-0
to
up.
see how they're going to deal with it.
You don't sort of
Yeah,
back him to
yeah.
get through. Oh, they're going for... Oh, genuinely, he was about to go for a musty flick.
He actually
We've
was,
said it
yeah.
too much.
But he,
Listen
meant
to the stream.
but he meant a pass.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, I know, nightmare.
Okay, so suddenly it's SSG that look a little bit lost at the moment. The Rogue system seems to be working, and they're just taking 2 players at a time out with these amazing air challenges. Because we were saying that SSG have the extra control when they're in the air, but that's not what we're seeing anymore.
I can confirm, Cloud2 have beaten Pittsburgh Knights.
Wow.
Cloud2 are the first team in our finals, where we're going to be meeting Lawler and chatting through the game with him there. He can let us know exactly what's gone on. So that'll be on Lawler's channel, but we need to decide who's going to meet them, Space Station or Rogue. Currently at 1-1, of course.
Mate, I don't want to sway the crowd in any way, but it would be, dare I say, quite memey if it were Rogue versus Cloud2. That's a comms battle of the ages, because I'm intrigued what Cloud2 sound like either way, no matter who they're against, but...
Yeah. Against Rogue.
Yeah.
Tell you what, should we go listen to Rogue?
Let's just... yeah, go on. Not for too long. Let's just have a little look into the window.
Yeah, Rogue love it.
I killed one. Down it.
Here. On
Yeah,
low,
sure.
on low. So piece
I have no beast, bro.
He's on.
Alright, keep going, yours. I'm up.
Sip up, sip up.
I should have. It's way over. He can't
Yeah.
double.
Yeah, I just did
Go
it.
again. I'll go.
Yeah, he's here.
Back right,
Apple, Apple.
I'm back
I'll
now.
go.
Up there. He's up.
Beat.
Should I do that?
Alone.
1v1.
He's gonna bump.
I got
Nice
it.
save.
My bad.
Getting left mid. I left that.
Go dunk.
Nice dunk.
1-0, I can't.
I can try. He's up.
Here.
You. Crow, come back quick.
Yeah, I'm back.
Done, bang.
Keep
I'm in
out.
it.
Bro, he's
trying
gonna
to
bump.
me. Yeah.
I'm behind you. I'll go.
Just get the
Help.
boost. Nice. Good job.
I couldn't.
Try to
Go
control.
again.
It's over him.
He's up, 1 up.
I dunked it.
By your turn. You dribble. Can't
Over
go.
him.
I'll go
First.
middle.
I'm here.
He's done.
He got a piece of it.
First, go.
Stealer boost. I'm back right.
I'll hit it.
I'm beat.
I'll move up middle.
I'm bumping.
Turn, come back.
Oh my god, I missed him.
I
Behind
can't.
you. XP.
Quick
Right?
panic.
Killed Sip.
Nice.
I got it.
Yeah. Nice. Good job.
Face. Keep it up, please.
Yeah, sippy cup got nothing on me. No, I'm playing.
Oh.
Another dunk on XP. Let's go.
I'm right.
I'm cheating.
Try to win it. Popped up.
You didn't go yet.
I'm buying you. Turn. I'm buying you.
Faking him.
Yeah, you got.
50, he's got. Watch out.
It's fast. It's over. Nice touch. Get
Taking
that
the
corner. He's
no
up
one up.
early. I'm 30. Can you go first?
Nice,
Keep
one
going,
more.
keep going.
Help.
I'll
Pin,
Sit.
push.
I have no boost.
He's got, probably. I bumped him.
I'm getting
That's a
pads.
fake challenge. He has a flick.
Yeah.
Fast Arsenal. Oh my.
I got.
Good job.
Nice.
I'll push.
He
Nice,
fakes
got
me. Weak touch.
bumping.
I'm
Did you?
third. I can go. You might try to fake it. Oh, he rushed it. Can you one of you?
Oh, beat.
Nice.
Good
I
job.
blow.
Here for.
He's gonna fake it, but I'm landing on it.
Behind
I'll
you,
go.
full. Good job.
I'll be back. I died.
All day. I took
can't.
right.
Hold on.
I have Arsenal. He's
I'm
gonna
behind
pass.
you. Nice. I got it.
Show he's
Here?
there.
He got the
You
dunk.
got-
It's wide. It's wide.
I'm not
I got-
behind you.
They're both on the left side.
Good job, dude.
Yeah.
Try to
I'm
get
up.
that.
I'm
I'm back. I got it.
Yeah. Boom. Nice.
Good
Good
job.
job. XP overcommitted.
I can't bump.
Shot?
I have to hit a week.
Yeah. I'm all the way
Just
back
waste
now.
time. 40 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm back right. Getting boots.
In the boost. He's
I'm in net. Back post.
got free.
All you.
I'll play middle.
Nice dunk. One more.
More. Open.
Oh
Good
my
job.
goodness, dude. You're just like too fast.
Good job,
I
dude.
can't handle it.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, this is the usual.
The usual pace. Alright, 30
I got
seconds.
it.
I'm done.
I'm not get you hard.
Yep, I'm going to net as well. No, we're not. If Arsenal booms, I'll go.
Left.
Wait.
Wait, what?
Nobody
He's
went. I'm
You
here.
just like
I'm here.
AFK?
Nice.
Dusting.
Good lead.
Controlling XP. Oh, good job, Crow.
Thanks.
Good.
Oh. Scored.
Good shot, bro.
Actually, I
The
think
turn. I got it.
Yeah. I'm back right if you want. Sorry?
Oh, yeah. Yo, I want to pre-jump so bad the middle right now.
Hmm.
Alright, I'll do it for you.
Okay. Oh,
Pre
it both went for me.
To me. I'm back in net. Free jumping.
Oh, he landed on my boost.
Wait, what?
What? Hello?
You said you're in net.
No, like he's jumping from net.
Dude, you're so toxic, First Crow. What the heck, man?
You said, dude, I thought you were like in net.
Dude, no, like actually though, what's your problem, bro?
Yo, you trying to fight? Or like, what's up, man? Screw up, bro.
Alright.
I like that. Moving away before it gets a little bit, you know, too
gets
un-PG for this stream. There are children
Yeah.
watching.
Oh my god. I honestly, they went like one goal up, and then it was just like weird, cool goals until somehow it was 4, and they're so supportive throughout the entire, like genuinely actually like supportive.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole game, and then it's just a meme fest. It's fantastic. Oh, server went down.
Server went down. That is like, maybe I knew, because I just cut back to our cams. Just before that
Incredible.
happened. Yeah, I know. That's pretty
Oh,
good.
it's getting a party as well. My
Is this
God.
thing on? Hello?
Oh,
hello.
Hey, get out! Get out! I think you're really loud. I'm going to turn you down and mute you, mate.
What are you doing, mister?
What's up, boys?
What are you doing, boy? What are you up to?
I just crashed the server so I could come say hi and make sure everything's going well. Is everything? How are things?
Yeah, we've not started any series yet. Is that all right? Are we on track?
Yeah, you guys are crushing it.
What we thought
Cool,
we were
yeah,
going
we
to
just
do
wait-
is just flip
Yeah.
coins for all the series that you asked us to cast.
Sure.
Cool. Yeah. We'll do that.
Cool,
that's
mate.
fine.
Can you
I mean, I
can you
gave you guys,
accept my
I
invite?
told you guys to take it away, do your thing, and apparently flipping coins is your thing.
Yeah, you didn't say how to involve Rocket League, did you?
Yeah, true. That's my bad. That is my
How-
bad.
Lawler, who won, mate? Who won?
Cloud 2 is in the grand finals.
Oh my god.
Dude, it is. They almost got
How?
reverse swept by PK. We'll talk more about that when we get to the grand finals, but just making sure everything's running good. Hopefully you guys are having fun. Thumbs up on everything, yeah?
Yes.
All thumbs up, mate.
It's been so
All right,
much
well,
fun.
I'm loving the rogue comms, them picking fights with each
Oh,
other.
there's more than that. We'll talk you through. I want to ask you a couple of questions about what certain comms that we've heard throughout the day could mean, but we'll save that for the finals as well.
Looking forward to it, boys. Enjoy the rest of the cast. We'll
Thank
see you guys
you.
in a bit, yeah?
See you shortly.
What a well-timed dead server that was.
Weirdly well timed. By the way,
Genuinely couldn't script that, yeah.
Lawler atted me before the server went down, saying Ham's going to
Whoa.
pop in. He said, I'm going to crash comms. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then the server goes down. I'm like, hang on a minute. He's done us there. This is now game 4?
Yes,
Game 4.
4, 2 on
We
Rogue.
need one more, and they join Cloud 2 in the finals.
Every time you say Cloud 2, I think you're doing like a stumpy thing. Do you know what I mean? Where you sort of get it wrong on purpose, like Rona
The weirdism, yeah.
But no, and then I remember, no, it actually is Cloud 2. Fair play.
It is,
You were
yeah.
right
Very
all
weird.
along. So before, we were so rudely interrupted. You were saying that it was weird the way Rogue were playing and coming in a way that normally wouldn't work. At the moment,
Yeah.
it is really working for them, just because of the amount of individual skill they have, but also, they are just in sync.
Just double check. Have you switched to game?
Yep.
Awesome, cool. Okay, I didn't actually tell you that we were going in. So I didn't know if like we were
No,
just
no,
sort of-
no, I
we're
knew,
like
I
30
knew.
seconds in. Yeah, it's honestly, it seems so friendly. Like they're messing around, and obviously, like if they go ahead, it's just obviously quite fun. Good doink first killer, and then they'll tear into each other. And then Kronovi says, you're actually a god first. Like, how have you done
Yeah,
that?
that was genuine, wasn't it? Like you could hear
Yeah.
the I was about to say wonder, that's a pun. I was about to say shock, that's a pun. You could hear the respect. There's no player called the
Garrett G.
You could hear the a lot. Ah, damn it! In his voice as he said that.
It's amazing, honestly. It reminds me of like, it's the most English friend group I think that I've heard.
They're the in-betweeners.
Like you're there for each other all the time. Obviously, if anybody picks a fight, then obviously you're gonna go in for it.
Yeah.
But you're also just gonna take the mick because you're obviously just gonna
Relentlessly.
take the mick.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it's so good. It's like, I think that's why I like it so much. It feels British.
But let's switch our attention to SSG because they are staring down the barrel of going out again to Rogue in a tournament. And they're going to have to fix this. They're still, to my eyes, trying to play the same game. With these individual plays, get enough boost in the tank, try and air dribble it forward as much as you can, and then stop at the hardest point for Rogue, but it's just not working for them at all. Rogue are just reading it so easily, beating the ball back as far as they can, and it's just going to go in time and time again.
I think when you've got Churro facing down the net and he's got a relatively simple tap-in by his standards, it's a very hard... Oh, we got a lag.
Okay, it
got a
seems
lag,
that the players are agreeing, I suppose, to restart.
Yeah, nip out, I'll deal with it. Cole,
Cool.
can you fill?
Yeah, why not? That was my middle name at school. It wasn't really, but I can try. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we'll start that one again. I'm presuming First Killer was saying that he wants the 1-goal lead. Whether we see it remains to be seen. I'm not sure if we have any admins on the job or if it's up to the players to just figure this stuff out. Presumably Lawler is just like, yeah, I'll sort it out. I'll wade in there and deal with these children. Goodness me.
No,
but
I'm
yeah,
doing it.
Oh, all right.
What are
Sorry.
you on about? That's
Sorry.
my job.
You don't have
Don't
to claim
take it
the-
away.
You don't have to claim the credit, mate. Just sit there and
I'm
look
obviously
pretty.
claiming the credit. You've
Look
tried to
pretty.
steal it away from me.
Look pretty. Thank you. That's exact. Can we get some love hearts in chat, please? That is almost too pretty. A bit less pretty? Perfect. I've done my job. I have filled. Yeah, so we're going to potentially see a 1-goal lead for Rogue in there. But it was immediately after the goal went in that I think AxeB, which is his new name, said that Sipical had lagged. So it's up to these guys. Apparently, insider info. Apparently, Arsenal is resetting his router. / etc. according to Lawler. I don't know what the etc. means. Could be that he's going for a jog. could be. I know what it is. He's going to the garden centre with Shock. To lift some chairs.
Almost certainly.
Yeah, we'll see what... everyone's having a go at me for saying router. It's router, people. It's not router.
It's router. People were saying, it's router.
Yeah, I know, man.
It's not router, it's router.
Yeah, exactly.
It's also a pavement, not a sidewalk.
Yeah, it's not Ronicky, it's Ronicky. Obviously. Look at the way the wording is. Yeah, precisely. I'm going to sip. All right. Got some Wilder.
Sorry, mate, you're going to have to keep it, mate. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah. Is it still one man?
There's dissent.
Oh, are they arguing?
Well, not arguing.
Are they punching each other?
I'm just saying that there is dissent. But that's okay.
Okay, well, it remains to be seen what's going to happen then. So I will turn to chat, my old friend. And the people in there, can you see any way back for SSG? Because as I was saying towards the end of that game, which it looked like I'd been proven right with my analysis, but it could have just been because there was lag issues happening. But to my eyes, throughout sort of the series after Game 1, it has seemed like Space Station Gaming have tried to keep playing the same way, which is just to air dribble it, and then air dribble it, and then air dribble it. When they do make passes, Rogue are reading them really well. So I think they need some sort of shift in play style, whether it's a maybe sort of take a leaf out of Arsenal's book and go for as many demos as possible, just try and tilt Rogue, but Rogue seem fairly untiltable because they seem to exist in a constant state of almost tilting. So if you stay there the full time, you're not going to get bothered by any little thing because you're already sort of in that pit of nearly being annoyed. So you know, could be the case. That could be an option for SSG. Rogue to me just have to keep on doing what they're doing. When I asked the question, I saw a lot of people in chat saying no. So people in chat have written SSG off. Do you have any news about what their fate is though for this game?
Yes. So we are going into Game 4, starting from 5 minutes, fully fresh.
Wow. Okay.
We've decided. All is good. So fully fresh. Game 4, starting from 5 minutes. All players have agreed, so nobody get Mardy in chat.
Oh, yeah, here we go. The tweets are coming out.
Here we go.
They'll save it. Knowing Kronovi, he'll wait until he loses and then go, it shouldn't have counted.
God, wow.
It's not at all. That's why
why
it's funny, because it's not true at all, because Kronovi is a gentleman and a scholar. Whom I respect.
I hate that on Reddit.
What, a gentleman and a scholar?
Yeah. You're a gentleman and a scholar. It's like, what are you on about?
Stumpy?
You basement-dwelling dweeb.
Stumpy, this too shall pass.
No, that's fine. That's okay.
All right, well, listen, I disagree with what you say, but I will fight to the death.
Thanks for the gold.
For your right to say it. Edit. You have to edit first, man. You have to edit before you say it.
No, that's my comment. No edit. I replaced my original comment with that.
That's a big play. What I will say is edit. I can't believe my most upvoted comment is calling Kronovia, saying he's a bad sportsman, which I would never truly say. So yeah, you're admin. I'll keep talking. Rogue, I'm just so impressed with them constantly. I've got it in my mind because this seems to happen time and time again, where these teams they pop off at the start and suddenly it all goes to hell and they are just awful. It's like a switch flicks and they go from amazing to terrible. I'm sort of waiting for it to happen with Rogue.
Right, we can go.
But this is 2 tournaments in a row where it hasn't looked like it at all. 2-1 up.
Game.
If anybody has forgotten.
Game 4.
Yes.
Rogue.
Yes.
2-1 up. One more game. And they make it into the grand finals to meet Cloud 2, composed of Gimmick, Torment, and Chicago. I think it's going to be Rogue. They've done a very good job at being good Rocket League players so far, and I don't see that slipping, despite the tech issues, which the players have done a very, very good job at dealing with.
Were they being good boys, were they?
They were, yeah. They were being very good.
That's what we want to hear. I think that the break will have done SSG more benefit than Rogue. Rogue had all the momentum going into it, considering they had or had not just scored that goal. So the question is, what could they have changed? I'm really sort of studying SSG here, because I want to see if I can spot any differences. There has to be something that they mix up. Because they've got the patience, that's not the problem. They're not diving into these challenges. Maybe they need to a bit more? Just like, you know, when you get too used to fake challenging and you never actually go for the 50-50. Maybe it's more of that.
I mean, the thing is, like, as soon as Rogue get given any amount of distance to play with, they do take full advantage. They're so good at playing with the space that they're given, or forcing space when they're not even given it.
Tiki-taka. Little passes.
What did you...
Mate, you're the bad guy if you've never heard of tiki-taka. It's a very common phrase.
In football, is it?
In football, yeah, in soccer. It's like little pass. Like, you ever seen Barcelona play football? And they just do pass. No,
not.
Well, that's where it comes from. Actually, it comes from, like...
Is it?
Ajax.
God, I don't care.
Respect.
So, okay, so it's like little mini passes. Like, is it like in the back half kind of thing?
Yeah, even like in front of your own goal, you sort of like pass it and it misses the attacking player by like an inch and somehow goes to the defender that's on your team. And it looks really risky, but they do it 100 times a game, you know?
Okay, all right, fair enough. So they're just getting loads of little mini touches, and then they're sort of... I think the main thing that Space Station are doing is they're allowing that space. You said about the fake 50s, also the fake challenges, rather. And whilst they can be effective, maybe they're being overdone. Arsenal
3v1.
Proving he could get that touch. Well done, Arsenal. You got it. You shouldn't have done, but you got it. I think if there's time, then Rogue take it basically, and they're giving them too much time.
Hit into the centre from first killer, which typical is more than equal for. I think at the moment Space Station are quite enjoying this period of Rogue pressure because it's the first time in a little while they've actually felt comfortable despite having the ball around their own goal. I think they'll be feeling here that just one air dribble away, which is what they do best, of course. Here we go. Bumped onto the ceiling. He's got this. He didn't get the dodge. I think it was defended well, to be fair, but those are the moments where there is a bit of space in the air, where Space Station do look capable, but it's just not happening enough right now. Up it goes again. Who's going to be on the end of this one? Typical, reading it well. Just wrestling a bit of pressure of their own right now. Our Space Station Gaming. Saved by first killer. Shots are flying in. Not particularly damaging shots, but certainly ones that are going to waste the opponent's boost. Take them out of position. Just make them start to feel a little bit nervous. Maybe Rogue are starting to do just that. This is a great demo. That's what we wanted. We asked for it. And AXB, the man newly renamed as Axby, does all the work here. Look at that. Never stops moving.
That's lovely.
Great momentum. And see you later, Kronovi.
It's horrible being in a position in net where you know you need to sort of like... You're like a moray eel. Where you poke your head out just to get a fish. And you're like, oh, I'll have that. The fish is the ball. And then you get sideswiped by a hammerhead shark. And you're like, no, what are you doing, hammerhead shark? All I've done is poke my head out. Oh, you got me. And so all of a sudden you're being dragged through the ocean, having a drama.
So wait, let me get this right.
Go
Kronovi is the moray eel.
Correct.
And AXB is the hammerhead shark, which for some reason is hammering with its head, which I don't think is how they work, but fair enough.
Correct, yep.
And then he's being dragged through the OCE, did you say? The OCE region?
Well, it's more a case of... It's more a case that the fishball was a bit of bait.
Of course.
So the fishball's bait, and then you've got Kronovi as the moray eel.
Yeah, we've established that.
Photoshop.
That's locked in.
Yeah. And then you've got a hammerhead Axber.
Should we put on some comms?
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah, let's see what SSG are up to.
I can't see shit.
I'm in it.
I'm getting bumped. I'm getting bumped.
Yeah, you get.
I got bumped.
I got bumped. It's fine.
I'm 12 back. They're taking all the boost.
I'm 0 back.
Bumping one.
I'm
Let's
0
get a
right.
bump,
I'm 0. I'm
bump.
0.
Nice.
Okay, we're good.
I'll try to get boost and go.
Yeah, I'm
Got
0
it.
back wall. 0 back wall.
Round me.
I'll go.
I took their boost.
Getting out. Yeah.
Yeah. I got it.
Okay. Little bit of time.
Got it again.
Yeah, keep going.
Over. He got a touch. Careful.
Yep.
Going for a bump. I'm coming back. I'll go back.
I got back right.
I got it.
Go again. Yep. I'll go.
Crow awkward. I'm behind. Right side.
I'm watching.
Turn. I'll get back. He missed. I'll say right side low.
Yeah, you.
You gonna have a touch? I'll hit it down. I'll hit it back. I'll hit it back.
Nice.
It's down. Let's go.
They were very excited at the end there. They was like, I'm getting it down with one. Let's deal with it. It's done. Next game.
God, that was more exciting than your moray eel analogy. That was intense, mate.
That was big.
Are they like that for the whole series?
They can't. No. We've heard them before, and they were like much more chill than that.
Okay.
But I guess when you are 1-0 up against a team that has previously 3-0'd and 4-0'd you, and you've just had a server reset, you kind of just want that to be done, and they have done so.
Yeah, no. In all seriousness, like, fair play to them. You can hear that the pressure that they are under, that they are able to withhold. It's like, you know, when the ball is in the air at that 0 seconds, there is just desperation for it to hit the floor. So they can take it to Game 5, which is exactly what I wanted for this series. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have the repeat of the Spring Series thriller. I want an overtime so badly. I want to feel all the intensity that 13 seconds of SSG comms just gave us right there, but throughout the entire OT.
I wish we could put on both teams' comms, but they couldn't hear each other.
And also, we'd have to invent something so that it wouldn't just be confusing, like maybe wherever you glance at the screen. No, okay.
I like the chaos. I'm born in the chaos, and that's fine. As are moray eels. And they're quite an interest. What do you mean?
No, we moved on from that.
Fine.
Yeah, Kronovi is a human being
here
again.
I'm moray eels, but you be the bad guy. I've always loved that transition that the camera does. When a player gets a demo, and then the camera cuts to the person that's just done the demo.
Yeah, and sometimes
so, like,
they use the exact
there
same
just
car.
demoed like Sipical or whatever, and it's just such a clean, smooth transition. That's great.
Yeah, I agree with you there. There's been some really clean ones where they're both using the precise same car, and it's just like a direct replacement. Just like Churro was a direct replacement for Wonder. And he is yet to pop off so far this series as an individual. I'd say it's more been about the three-man rogue plays than any individual moments, really, with how they've been good so far, which is good to see for them.
Which is
that
very
they are
interesting for Rogue, though, to do that. Like, normally, obviously, they're a one-man team. Yeah, having the three-man, I'm like that they've got more strings to their bow in that regard.
Kronovi's off on the backboard to first. Lovely transition out of defense. And again, past Arsenal. Oh, look at them, they're just keeping the ball. Passing it, touching it left, right, and centre. Tiki-taka, mate. That's what it is.
Oh, that's when you play for Barcelona.
Close enough. I'll take that. I've taught you something.
Yeah, true. Fair enough.
Oh my God! So many saves from both teams. There have been actually immense saves already in this game. It's a 0-0 so far, but it's a bloody entertaining 0-0. Oh God, there's two players from Rogue up. One of them just about got it. And Arsenal's diving in, and SSG's defences are starting to be breached. Can Rogue do anything with the pressure? Goes out to the side. It's even so far, isn't it?
It is, and I think that it seems to be a case that neither team are actually pushing as hard as they have done in previous games. Rogue got cocky, and they started to go for things they wouldn't normally go for, and that has worked because you don't expect them to go for them, and they've got lots of goals out of it. But then Space Station have been consistently there. Like, they have been trying to shut down as early as possible. Sometimes they can't, sometimes they can. Sometimes the big shots they go for don't necessarily pay off, but it's good to see that both teams have gone for big things, and now they're kind of caging up and being like, wow, okay, the stakes are actually pretty high here.
This is getting seriously intense. Simple is up for that, trying to beat Churro when he does, but uses all his boost to get there. But now it looks like we're entering a period of SSG pressure. You just see there, Arsenal just taking out First Killer. First Killer thought he was free, but he was not. Arsenal this time. AXB's there. Can Kronovi get the save? Yes, he can. There's so many great saves in this series, but all it takes is one brilliant shot from a Space Station Gaming member, and Rogue are against the ropes.
God, it's just those little taps on as well. Or first thought there was something in the middle, and there was?
Oh.
How did
I don't know
Churro
how
get there before any of the Space Station players?
They
who were
weren't
literally
expecting it
next to
either,
the
were
ball?
they?
No.
Here it is onto the backboard. This is Churro's moment, maybe. No. Typical saves, but even there's a great transition from Space Station. And we're running out of time. It's approaching what the RLCS casters called silver goal territory, which I like. Big fan of that.
Oh, What a fella. I reckon whoever scores, if somebody scores, we go into their comms. Otherwise, we need to 50-50 it in overtime.
Okay.
And sit and hopefully, I hope we can pick the winning team. If we pick the losing team, it's a little bit sad.
I got you. Okay, so 1 more minute.
Yeah.
Until that moment. To be fair, like the last overtime between these guys, you know, that series, I keep talking about it, it was special. So they are capable of producing magic if we can get to that point. Sure and sure, trying to make sure we don't get to that point. A bump from Kronovi on typical. XP's under it. He just won't go away, Churro, will he? I think that's why he's playing so well. Like, even when he is not on the ball, he's still just as dangerous off it, which is rare for a player of his mechanics.
The link-up plays where you wouldn't ever expect it. Like, there was just the double tap off the side wall into the first sort of like soft doink. It's just so devastating if you land it. Because you don't expect it. Again, that double tap, and it's thrown some players off. There's not been a big commit, though, out of Rogue, as maybe there could have been. Right, Cole, I'm going to give the decision to you. Who do we join for comms and overtime?
Well, let Twitch chat decide. They've got to be quick, because if they don't say Rogue quickly, we're going to go to SSG.
Who's going to be? Who's going to be? Rogue.
Watch out.
Yeah.
I'm dead. Watch out.
He missed him.
Behind you.
I rushed it. I bumped him off.
Nice, good job. XP up on the net.
Do you have it?
Yeah.
Yes, he's going for another.
Pinching. That's fine. I got.
Yeah. Go solo.
I'm back right. Wait, no.
Good dribble.
Nice. I can't go yet. I'm buying you first.
Yeah. Leaving.
I'm third. Still
All
low,
good.
still. Yeah.
Scott, leave it.
I got bumped.
Low, I'm low. Can you?
I got the Beastman. I got it.
Oh, my bad. I should have called.
I'm back low. I full.
You?
I got
Can
it.
you?
Yeah.
I'm dead. Watch out. Nobody in net.
Spawn. Go on net.
I'm watching middle.
I can't.
Oh, he 50'd it with me,
Bro,
dude.
that's okay.
We're good, guys. GG's.
You picked poorly, Coolcar.
Sorry, mate. It wasn't me, it was chat. Blame them. Always
Tell you what,
blame
that's
them.
fair.
No, well
Space
played.
Station,
Yeah.
though. Space Station end up making it into our grand finals alongside Cloud 2. That's right. It's a mix of Cloud 9 and G2. Didn't expect
What?
that, did you, you nerd? Yeah, that's right.
I'm so sure.
That was a brilliant series.
Yeah, it really was. Like, credit to SSG for withholding the barrage that was Rogue. There were times where it looked like they were completely out of it and just didn't know how to deal with their opponents. But I think it was a question of patience for SSG.
Yes.
You know, it wasn't. They didn't try to outplay Rogue. They just tried to keep defending, knowing that their moments would come. And in the end, the OT didn't last too long, and it was SSG's moment to have. Unfortunately, we got to hear Rogue losing. We got to hear that they, you know, took it fairly well between themselves. It wasn't.
I love Churo's
disaster.
sentence at the end where he just goes, "Guys, we're still good. GG's. Like, we're still really good that we got to this point. We took one of the best teams in North America to Game 5. Like, we could have won that out. Unfortunately, we didn't. We're still good. It's fine. It's all happy. We do have an interview with Arda, and he will be joined by Chrome. So let's go and see what he has to say.
Give me a second, because it's always a bit janky. So give me a second before everyone starts to expect it. Right, go.
Okay, and I'm not dragging you.
No, this is on me, mate.
Okay, good luck.
All right, we're joined by, sorry, I was waiting for the transition to occur there. I think we're good now. We are joined by Chrome. Space Station Gaming defeats Rogue. How does that feel after what happened in the spring series? And this one is pretty much a carbon copy of what happened there. Took it to overtime in the final game, but this time the fortunes were different. Chrome, how's it feel?
Feels great to get our revenge, that's for sure. Especially that I think it was game 4, Arsenal lagged in the corner, and we thought we weren't going to get that goal back because he just DC'd in when he had the free possession, and things were looking pretty bad at that moment, but we brought it back. We kept our composure, which was great, and it was a great series.
It's crazy to hear you say that because we were able to peek into the comms a little bit, and it seemed very frenetic at times anyway. How would you describe your team's comms?
Usually, we're pretty composed, but today it's just it's weird. Like Arsenal got upset about the situation, so he started talking a lot more. Obviously, yeah, we got to keep our composure. It's something we're working on. But usually our comms are a lot more composed and just better than that. A little too chaotic for my liking, personally.
Fair enough. Maybe something to talk about after the fact. But now you face the hybrid team of Cloud2, surprising many going this far in the tournament. What are you expecting from that trio, the Cloud2 trio of Chicago, Torment, and Gimmick? What are you expecting there?
I'm expecting the same old like kind of G2 Cloud9 playstyle, really aggressive, a lot of rotational based. Taking our boost a lot, just trying to play really fast. I think that's something we're going to be used to. It's going to be random because they're actually not a team, but we're just happy with our placing so far. Like if we don't win, it's all good. Like we just beat the actual real teams. That's not a real team, so we're not too worried. They have no expectations. They can just go out and play for fun.
Yeah, so as a coach, I mean, like you just said there, I mean, you have had a very strong tournament. So as a coach for your team going into the next competitive season, what are your takeaways from the Brawl Invitational so far?
We still need a lot of work on our playstyle. I mean, we're getting too close with teams that I feel like we should be dominating. But I'm glad we took that win because that's something great to take away. Still a lot to improve on. Just getting back into the groove of things with the off season. It's going to be a long one probably. So we're just trying to just get better and better game by game.
All right. Well, there's one best of 7 remaining. You will be facing Cloud2 in the final. Chrome, best of luck to you and your team.
Thank you.
All right, Cole and Stumpy, back to you as we wind things down here at ESPN Esports on our Twitch channel. You will explain exactly what happens next.